That did it. How's that, Joe? Is that better? Thank you, Joe Morrison, and thank you, Facebook user from 7:04 p.m. Because now I can hear an echo in my head.
Now, Facebook user, I'm going to have to say something that I say like every show. Make sure you log on through StreamYard. That way we know who you are.
Awesome, yes, if you're watching on the Landis page or the Landis YouTube, you don't have to log in. But for some reason on yours, because it's a Facebook group, you do have to log in.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is somebody from your side, CT. So figure out who they are and beat them up.
Or there's somebody who's just like, man, I don't want anyone to know I'm watching this shit. I'm just going to be Facebook user. And that's it. That's it. Facebook user. Joe, thank you, though. And thank you again, Facebook user.
It's Pat.
For letting us know. Oh, it's Pat. Now you're there.
Sick Vicky, baby.
How you doing, brother? Good to hear from you, buddy. As always, man. Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. But thank you guys again. We appreciate it because, like I said, we kind of jumped into this again today real fast because we were on doing other things. But we were just talking about, well, I guess we'll just hit it real quick so no one heard us. We were talking about the great shows that we had this past weekend.
Yes.
Here at the, by the way, Absolute Vodka live at the Landis podcast, which we probably missed that too. Anyway, you think
that
I do crack.
That might have been just no mics.
But we were talking about the Beatles guys being really great. They really loved, everybody loved the new Paul. And the brothers that are phenomenal. Wonderful group. We talked about Schreiben coming in and doing his act. It was really great. Like I said, we were talking about magic. Like it's only going to get better. And you were saying how the more shows you do as a magician, the better. And that's what you need. You need to get those shows behind you and start working on that production of exactly everything you want to do. But he's great, man. The guy's great. His stuff was great. I mean, I don't understand it. Like some dude like. I'm still like, how did he know there was going to be a guy with a blue sweater and an Eagles Kelly Green Eagles baseball cap in the front row? Crazy. That was going to be the guy that raised his hand and said, "Hey, I'll do this." Or
even
whatever,
that envelope at the end, that was a.
But he put that envelope up before the show.
Yeah, before
people even got here.
Yeah. But like he did with us last week, he had the envelope up.
This was a little different, but he hung the envelope over a door.
That's wild.
Yeah, and it was like over there. So when he went and got it, he comes back. You're like, what the hell was that, man? This guy's crazy. So, but what happened now?
Oh my God! I was telling you, she can picture herself in.
Yeah, and I said next time.
Yeah,
we were.
No, we're good. We're good. We like ourselves. No, but and then of course, we got some great shows coming up this weekend. We will be talking to Cian Coey from. Is it just her, or do we know who's coming on?
Gary Dilger is actually in here right now.
Gary,
whenever we're ready to bring him on.
So they are the Heart of the Journey band. We'll talk about them, and you got some great members of the band and everything. It's like it's a really cool band with some people that have been in the industry for a while with a couple other big groups, and
bit of a super group.
And it is. It really is kind of a super group. And I think more people knew that this would do so well.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm a little surprised. And then of course we're going to have on at the I guess 8 o'clock hour, correct, Case?
Yes.
Am I right? Let me see if it's on here.
Yep, Octane is on at 8, right?
Yes, Octane. Here we go. Octane, and then we're going to have you do not have his name on here, Case, so I don't know his name.
Rich.
But he is the gentleman from Octane. Where?
Oh no, that's
the guy. He's the guitar player for Candlebox.
Brian.
Brian, what's his last name?
Brian's last name is.
Okay. It's not on here. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, which one? You stole my pen, Brian Quinn.
Yes, that's the name. That's the name.
Yes. What?
So we're gonna have him on from Octane. But
one of you dirty bastards stole my pen?
Wasn't I?
Dude, you lost a lot of things. You
I'm
lost your remote. You lost your pen.
I know. What's going on,
dude? I don't touch nothing, man. I come in, I sit down, and I wait for this thing to start. But
all right.
If you got a pen, you could throw over here, Case. Steve would appreciate it. Anyway, we'll be talking to Brian from Octane.
That's the one.
They're basically about sold out. I mean, they only have a few tickets left.
I saw that the whole center's gone.
Yeah. There's very few tickets left. If you do want to come, like I had a guy today called, and I had to split him and his friend up so they could have a couple, because there's a couple ones here and ones there. But they are pretty close to being sold out, and it's going to be one hell of a show.
I think there's like 60 tickets left.
If that, yeah. Now they're going to
That's wow.
Also upstairs at Casey Ray's afterwards, they're going to have like an after party and stuff, and you know, they're inviting some certain people or whatever. And I think some of the people that are coming out are invited to go and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. So you'll be able to have fun, you know, go upstairs and, you know, hang with the guys, especially because a lot of the people that are calling are telling me they're members of the band or I'm sorry, friends with members of the band. Hey,
Gotcha.
could you imagine? That'd be one big ass fucking band, like 800 people.
I'm
But
their kazoo player.
They keep calling like, oh yeah, you know, I grew up with those guys. I used to go see them all the time. You know, I know this guy, that guy, and you know, we're coming in for the show. What's left? I'm like, well, you know, there's like 2 in the back, but again, the back here, like I try to tell everybody, isn't so bad, man. When you're back, we're 80 feet from the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I will say,
a great seat.
Looking at the seating, like what sold earlier, I was noticing there's like a line of like the same seat in every row for like 5 rows. And I personally would not have a problem going out with a friend of mine and him sitting in front of me. Like, well, as long as you're hanging together,
I think we talked about this before. When I was younger, I would go to the Spectrum, of course, and then it was with not the Wachovia, whatever the hell they call it then.
Wells Fargo.
But with especially the Spectrum, and you would go there, and if you just want to go see a show, like say you love Kiss, and you just go by yourself.
Yeah.
And the doors open at 7. You walk up to the ticket booth and go, "Do you have any ones?" And they'll be like, yeah, second row.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, dude.
Yeah.
You can always find something in like the first 10 to 15 rows of any show. I used to tell my friends, and then one of us would be sitting there and somebody would be sitting two seats back, but
hell yeah.
Nobody bought them because, and I don't understand it. I guess it's because somebody's buying 3 and this guy's buying 4. It kind of screws it up. So I guess it pretty much screws it up at all venues. Because you know,
absolutely.
Unless you force people to buy in pairs of 2s, which some venues do. They're
Well,
like, you got to buy 2.
Some venues won't let you buy 1 on the aisle or 1 set in from the aisle because somebody has to sit there and like, there's all kinds of seating. But I had a great idea in the week that we've been off, and I found a way that we can become immortal and we can make avatars of ourselves to do the podcast.
Oh God! Stop.
Whitney started it, man. Yeah. Whitney started it. Now here we are again.
No, these guys are a video game. They're not a freaking hologram.
Yeah, at least Whitney's was an avatar. Who else was doing that recently that we just heard about?
Oh man.
I can only imagine that in the will of every member of the band of Kiss, that their kids and their kids' kids and their kids' are going to get this money from the advertising because how much more money can they have?
Right.
And they're not going to be around that much longer anyway. I'm surprised half of them are still here. Yeah, I'm surprised Simmons isn't dead of some venereal disease of some sort, you know. I always think back whenever I think of him, I think Eddie Murphy. Remember he did that Delirious?
Yes.
And he's like first it was, you know, AIDS, then it was gonorrhea, you know, and you know, that's you keep that shit for life like luggage. He goes, what's next? You stick it in and explode. You know, I'm just waiting for Gene Simmons to explode.
He's getting close. He is getting close.
I don't know. He's like, I've slept with 19,000 women. I'm like, good for you. And I feel bad for them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, that's like, no.
And he was one of the first to do the whole reality show thing.
Yes.
Like, and that's one of the things that really put a sour
the Osbournes
taste.
were before that.
I
think the Osbournes
were the Osbournes.
Yeah, because he's a carpet rider, man. He rides the coattails of people. He would never have thought.
Like I said, my biggest problem with him was when he tried copyrighting the devil horns.
Oh God, everything.
Yeah.
Look, I love Kiss. I love them as a band. I love them, like we talked about earlier. They're basically a marketing band. They're not really. It was never about music in the beginning. When nobody cared, nobody liked them in the beginning.
Yeah.
What they liked was the makeup and seeing them live. And that I think at their first album live, I was watching some documentary or something, and Gene Simmons was basically like, what do you mean we're going to do a live album? We don't even have like any music out for a live album. The guys, because nobody likes you. They like to see you live, and therefore, boom, that was it. What's the matter? Oh, excellent. But you know what I mean? They like to see you live, and that was the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
That made them what they are. And they marketed that album with the Kiss Army stuff inside of it. So you couldn't buy anything unless you bought the album, so you could get the thing inside to buy their merchandise.
Man, that Kiss Army is
hardcore. Since then, dude, it's never ended. And that was like 77, 78.
Yeah.
And it never stopped. We're Kiss back here somewhere.
Over there.
There's a guy over here on the wall. Look, here's Archie meets Kiss.
You got the whole action figures over there.
Oh, yeah, they're on that wall over there. Hey. Yeah, literally behind you is Archie meets Kiss.
We got somebody.
All right, so you want to bring them on, Steve?
Wow.
This is our first. This is our Saturday show. Saturday show.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There's a connection, and I don't know what it is. To be honest with you, so I don't know. I think maybe a Broadway thing.
All right. So joining us right now, we have Heart of the Journey featuring Cian Coey. She's the singer for current touring Starship. Starship.
Dude, the sheep is awesome, dude.
Featuring Mickey Thomas, performed lead vocal. Her featured songs in the concert are Dead Ringer for Love, I Would Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and she is featured on his most recent album, Braver Than We Are, and toured with Dweezil, Zappa, and Meatloaf.
Weasel and Meatloaf
lived in Las Vegas.
Dweezil's awesome. Who's this? This is Gary?
Oh, we have a lot of people here.
Yes.
And then somebody's eyeball above us, which is really cool. That's kind of freaky.
Oh, they've now become an avatar.
How you doing, Gary?
See?
Oh,
I'm doing good.
Avatar.
I don't know why my screen is so dark for some reason.
I can see a very tiny bit of something.
Yeah, I don't know why. How you guys doing? I'll fix the camera situation, but hey, we are really, really looking forward to the show on Saturday night. Yes, as you mentioned, Cian is just an amazing, amazing talent. She's an amazing singer. We have Scott Van Zandt, who is on lead guitar right there. And we also have Sam McCaslin right there, who plays our keys. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit about the band. You had mentioned something like a Broadway. When we first started the concept of this band, what we wanted to do was Sean slays the vocals of Steve Perry, as well as obviously Ann Wilson. And she's even been on stage with Ann Wilson. So it's a very, very good match there. But let me just say this. We looked at the Journey catalog and we were like, really 45 minutes, 50 minutes is nothing but the best of Journey, and the same with Heart. So what we did is we wanted to mesh both of those bands together to create one powerhouse show with nothing but extreme talent as well as some star power.
No, it sounds like that's what I was just saying. I mean, you're looking at Scott. We know you from Brian Howe's Bad Company. Right. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? I mean, I would pay to see you. You know what I mean? And then you got the keyboard player for Michael Schenker Group. I'm like, I would pay to see you. You know, I mean, seriously, you guys are amazing, man. You were amazing artists, and then you put her out front, and you're like, this is just. We were just saying, you should be called the super group.
Yeah, man.
I mean, these are some great musicians, man. It's a pleasure to meet you two. It really is, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We can't wait to get you here, and this is going to be a hell of a show, man.
It's funny you guys are talking about Kiss. I wrote a bunch of songs with Gene, and I got
really
no shit.
Oh, yeah, I got songs on a couple of Kiss records. I got 6 songs in the vault. I don't know about the vault.
That was a great lead.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah. So are you going to be an avatar?
No, none of the 6 hits he wrote. So it was funny listening to you guys talk
about them. My thought is, I mean, look, somebody's got to write the music as their avatars. If they make an avatar of you that writes music, well, there you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I was saying, I'm a big fan of Kiss. When I was a kid, we wore the makeup. We went to the shows. I still love Kiss. Yeah. I think last tour I saw was Psycho Circus, which was great show. But it's just like, they are a band that was built around merchandising.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really what made them what they are. And they literally just played their last show and they came out with new merchandise. Hey, here we are as a video game. Come pay to see us. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what makes Kiss so cool.
Yeah. It's true, man.
I remember when I was a kid, they really got me into the posters because, I mean, they marketed everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Kiss posters, Kiss this, Kiss that. I got to be honest with you. I kind of agree with you. I never was really into the music as much as the nostalgia of Kiss.
Exactly. Dude, Kiss Army was so cool. You got the patch. You got all that stuff in the mail. It was like I had the Kiss Army thing on my bike, or it was my moped. You know what I mean? The little Kiss Army stickers.
You got that decoder ring that told you to drink your Ovaltine?
That was a different band. but man, when I tell you, dude, it was so cool. And then you could order, like, every time you bought an album, you could get the, Kiss Army sheet and order new shit, I remember, if I remember correctly, that the one album even came out, I think I still have it too. they came out with tattoos in one of the album. That I think I still have those in one. The Love Gun had a love gun. They knew how to get people because the music wasn't exactly like you said the greatest. There was maybe great Kiss songs 5, 6.
Like you just said, 6 hits.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you had, what was it called? Phantom of the Park?
Oh, that was the worst, best movie ever, man. That was I know you guys have seen that, right?
Is that the one with Gene is the villain in it?
Yeah.
Is he the villain in it? See, all I remember is Peter Criss sang Beth by a poolside on a huge chair.
Oh, that's that's something else. There's one where Gene he was a villain in something.
No, this was actually a movie called, I think it was Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Yes.
And
yeah.
It opens up. I guess they learned about blue screen at that time, and they sat all the members of Kiss in like one of those little cars with the spinny thing. And it was just them in the spinny thing I'm like, what the fuck is this? But you know what? I've probably watched it 5 or 6 times because it is that bad that you're like, dude, I got to watch this again, man. It's so good. It's so bad it's good. One of those. So bad it's good.
Hey,
but
guys,
let's talk about you, man.
Yeah, and due to the short notice, Cian, for this podcast today, which we're extremely excited to be a part of. Thank you very much for inviting us, and we look forward to Saturday like no other. But she couldn't make it because of the short notice. But I do want to say, as Sam McCaslin here, one of my favorite bands that I grew up with, and the reason why I even got into music was Michael Schenker.
Oh yeah,
And so Sam McCaslin here had the opportunity to be on a few of his records, playing keyboards. Maybe
Now,
Sam
you tour
talked a
with
little
him
bit about that. But also he had a big record company. He's kind of sporting the shirt there called Retrospect Records. And he was part of the, I don't know if you guys remember, but all the Rocklahoma shows out there.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't take you serious up there, man. It's just a black screen with like this.
Hey, I did this purposely because I am the mystery and the reason why you want to show up on Saturday. All right, see me.
I do. We have.
I don't know what's going on. I do these things all the time, but there's nothing I could do.
That's weird.
I see shadows.
Yeah, it looks like something's wrong with your camera. But real quick, so Sam, tell me. Let's talk about this because I like the logo, man. I thought that was like a gun manufacturer, some badass like revolve. What is that? What's it say? What's it called?
Retrospect.
Sam, you're muted.
You're muted, Sam.
There's a mute button below there.
Unmute. Oh, now he hung up.
I was going to say that sometimes.
Now you got two mystery people.
So when you first started with Brian Howe's Bad Company, I mean, how was that? Wasn't that the question?
Yeah.
Actually,
I'll tell you something. Like, I'm a big Bad Company fan. Paul Rogers.
Oh yeah,
But when that Holy Water record came out, my wife brought it home, and we wore that CD out. It was like,
it's great, man.
It's so good. And then my cousin was a drummer. He just left to do other stuff, but he's a drummer for Tesla, Troy Laketta.
Oh, that's awesome.
He called me. He said, "Hey, you know who Brian Howe is?" I go, "God, that sounds familiar." I didn't really know. He goes, the Bad Company. Now, he was a singer for Bad Company for 10 years,
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, yeah, I love that guy." And he goes, "Well, he's looking for a guy." And he had auditions in Nashville. And I remember the guy before me didn't know any of the material. And I just worked on it, nailed it, Wow. So I nailed the audition, met Brian. We hit it off. I had some stuff going on that I couldn't stay with it, but I was with him a couple of years, just fly-in dates. We did some pretty big shows, Sturgis and, big state fair shows. And,
nice.
Yeah, he was one of the best singers I've ever heard, man. That guy's voice was just straight from the gods. He just really had the
I mean, you gotta be if you're gonna try and do what Paul Rogers does, man. And
that's what I mean. How do you follow that guy? And
but
he was
didn't he technically do it longer than Paul Rogers though?
I don't know. So this no, because Paul came back and
I forgot he came back. That's right. I forgot about that. Why don't you just tear up the whole fucking set, man?
Tear it all up there, CT.
Jesus Christ.
Sheesh. How about you
guy.
spread some Christmas cheer?
But no, yeah. So let me ask you, prior to that, what were you, did you have a band? What were you doing prior to that?
Well, the main artist I played with a Christian artist named Ken Tamplin, who has this massive worldwide vocal academy online. I mean, millions.
Oh, wow.
And we did like a half dozen records and toured Europe and stuff like that. And then I had a Canadian artist in the 90s, late 90s, that was looking at me for a tour, but I just demoed an ad
Thank you.
for Mattel, and I was kind of weighing it. My wife was pregnant. I'm like, I don't really want to be touring and stuff. And I had a series over 2-decade run doing music for TV and advertising and movies and stuff like that. It was very, I had a great run. And I moved to Nashville, raised my kid, rode my Harley in the Smokies, and got fat on barbecue.
Love it down there.
Hell yeah.
And then she grew up, and I moved to had some friends in Vegas. I got really lucky. I met Gary's a real powerful guy in Vegas, and he called me one day. He said, "Hey, do you ever?" I was putting videos on online, just jamming and stuff. And he goes, "Hey, you ever get out of your bedroom?" I'm like, I remember going to my wife like, what a smart ass. And he's one of my best friends. He just he put me in the band with Sam, and we've been. I've been with them about, I guess, 3 or 4 years. It was during COVID, and got us out of the house and doing something other than sitting around watching TV,
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have anything to do with? Because I know, Sean, she's leading Starship right now. Do you guys do anything with that band at all, or is it just this band with her?
No,
okay.
Just we have another band that we do around town under another name, and then but this is our big one. This is really gathering some good steam. And like I said, like Gary said, I mean, Sean just kills the
absolutely.
And Hart, she just nails it. And I love both of the Larrys. I'm more partial to Journey because Neil Sean's one of my favorite guitar players. So is the guy Howard from Hart as well. I mean, he's no slouch, but Neil Sean is just one of those top 10 guys.
And then you got Steve Perry.
Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask, like, with this being the time of year that we're doing this show, is I know you guys do Heart, you do Journey. How much of do you guys put any Christmas tunes out there? And is it something that you guys do every?
Christmas
we got a couple surprises. We got a couple surprises.
Yeah,
we just called it Christmas with them just to fuck with people, man. So they come here and go, "What the hell is this?"
Well, I'm just curious if Christmas is something that you guys do every year, or is this something new for you guys?
Yes, they tour Christmas all year long. Christmas in July.
Yeah. We do another one in August, and then we do this one.
Christmas in August. That's a great time of the year.
Christmas
we all love that.
August. That's the Christmas lead-up album.
Hey, he's the bad Santa, by the way. He's just the filthy Santa.
Is that bourbon he's drinking over there?
I caught him in the bar the other night.
Literally, listen. We had a big thing in town. We had a couple shows going on, but the city has this Christmas thing. So he was our Santa, and the city for the first day he was here, and then the city said, "Oh, let's switch up Santas and let our Santa sit for a day, and your Santa can walk around." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds good." I find our Santa in our bar with his freaking thing down, drinking a beer and shit, going, "Hey, ain't nobody out there. It's raining." I'm like, "Yeah, welcome to Bad Santa."
Like Dan Aykroyd in Trading Places, where he's all hammered.
Yeah.
He stuffs the salmon in his.
Well, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it when you get here. We're horrible people. So
they suck.
Like
I gotta say, I when I got on the show here, can you introduce yourselves? And I apologize because I caught you guys talking, and I don't think.
Well, I'm Ray. I'm the owner of the facility and everything. Yep. And then this is Steven. Steven is the new father of a young little boy who is now 3 months old, who just got to see Santa. Steven is a creative director and basically my partner here. He's like everything to me. Behind there is Casey. That is my girlfriend. And the lovely Casey is huge here. Actually, our restaurant bar next door is called Casey Ray's after her and I. And then this guy is this bum we found on the street. But we kind of liked him. We're like, you know what?
He seemed to know a lot of people.
This is CT. CT has a podcast of his own he's had for a while, but he's very big in the music community down here. He knows everybody. A lot of people really love him. We love him. We made him part of the family. So we have somebody to pick on the show, besides ourselves all the time. But
I got to tell you, Casey was absolutely super cool. And Ray, thank you so much for bringing us out. And I got to tell you, just dealing with you a little bit, the Landis is bringing great rock and roll, great shows every weekend. I mean, it's amazing when you look at the calendar. of the talent that you're bringing in. We're just super happy to be a part of it. I think you guys are going to think it's going to be such a great show. You're going to enjoy
Now,
it.
are you gonna be here? Or are you staying out west?
No, I will be here.
Oh, hell yeah, man!
Awesome.
I am on base, baby.
All right, I heard. Yeah, I heard you're.
Did you see my little avatar? I tried to put a little picture up there because
look at that.
Not the best I could do. So
Good shit.
Who's that
so
guy?
my role is to book the band as well as help form the band. So it's just for me to be able to play with people like Scott and Sam and Sean. It blows me away because these guys are like I don't think they ever left their rooms. I think they just played and rehearsed themselves the whole time. Well, because the talent out of them is amazing.
And Sam was the other gentleman who's not on, right? That was Sam. Yeah. Dude, I would love to talk to him. I'm a big Michael Schenker fan, so that's actually really cool.
Me too.
But no, I was looking. So Scott, I'm just looking behind you. Like, look at this collection of guitars, or do you repair them, or is this your collection here?
No, and I don't know how many I have. It's how many I have.
Wow, that looks like my weapon wall. No,
they're scattered all over the house, but this is my part of a little studio area, workstation area I have, and there's I was.
It looks. That's what I saw the bench behind you. I was like, I don't know. Are you like at like Guitar Center or something? I mean, look at all these guitars, man.
How many do you
awesome.
travel with? How many guitars do you travel with? How many do you need on any given night?
Workhorse, and I use a Kemper thing, which is this new direct deal that's been out for a while. It sounds, it models a Marshall stack, and it sounds
gotcha.
And it's more versatile, and because you're flying, so you got to deal with what can you carry through the airport,
right?
Yeah. And, it does the job.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just the pedal, and then I bring another, wireless stuff like that. Load it all in check it, and then bring one guitar. And I like bringing two sometimes, but this one I'm just going to bring one on a long trip.
Yeah,
we have a couple extras if you need to borrow one.
Yes.
I need a lefty. See if you can locate a lefty.
That's
hey, guys,
flip that baby around.
I'm
wearing my Jimi Hendrix shirt too. Look at that.
There you go.
Hey, Ray, I just got in. Literally, it flew in today from Cleveland, where I was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I saw 3 Jimi Hendrix guitars, and I'm telling you what, it just to me, I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to stay right there. To think of those guitars and the hands that played that stuff was amazing. It's crazy.
What's more amazing is that somehow those amazing instruments and so much more is literally in the bathroom of the country, which is Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, no.
That's like saying, dude, I was just taking a shit and they got Jimi Hendrix guitars in there.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough city, that's for sure.
Oh,
now, is that Cleveland or is that the Hall of Fame in general?
Oh, my God, it's a shithole. A friend of mine back in the day, and you can find it. It's actually on YouTube somewhere. They had a thing where if you did a short video, they were given money for, you to produce something bigger with. It was some, grant they had. And he literally did Cleveland Sucks video.
Wow.
Oh, dude. That's what it was. You had to do like a visitor video. And he did it for like 3 years running. And his were really good. And the ones that won were like shit. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you. He's like, Cleveland, here's our sewage plant. It's half of our city. Welcome to Cleveland.
Oh my God.
Our buses smell like piss. I'm like, oh, but it's true. Have you ever been to Cleveland?
No.
Dude, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like the place to go. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
They got things there. Like he said, you look at him, you're like, holy crap, Jimmy held that in his hand. And then you walk outside and go, why the fuck am I here?
I might be one of those diehard rock fans that has such an issue with the Hall of Fame. I might be one of those old school guys because, you see people like NWA that are in, and then Judas Priest that are not.
Yeah, which is weird. It's weird. Yeah, it stopped being rock and roll and just started being whatever the fuck you want to put in there.
Right.
Man.
Call it the Music Hall of Fame.
Didn't they just put?
Yeah, it's you're right. It's not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore.
Yeah. Not like it was back in the day.
No. No.
And we're not running out of rock and roll. I can tell you that.
No.
That's damn straight.
Like you said, there's plenty of bands that aren't in and haven't made it.
I'm curious how many kids will get to. So we've noticed some of these bands that come in, these bands that are playing tribute to other bands. We like to call them experiences more than tributes. And like I said, you guys are like a super group. But you come in and you play this music, and we've noticed an influx of like younger. I'm going to say like 20 and under.
Yeah.
Coming in with their parents and stuff. And it's so cool to see them at an AC/DC, tribute or at a Journey tribute or something, because, they're listening. At least, oh my God, they're at least listening to something besides. And I'm not saying her name because this is the first show. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to say it, but they're listening to something besides
all of our views.
She watches.
All right.
You just tanked the podcast.
She cheers for Kansas City. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there it is.
But
algorithm.
But the bottom line is, it's so exciting. So I'm hoping we get some kids out for this show too, because this is just this is great music. I mean, now didn't Sean wasn't Starship just the opening band for Heart this last tour?
Yes, just recently and like a couple months ago they did something.
That's what I thought. And for her to be singing Heart, that's phenomenal.
I don't know if it was Heart or if it was just Ann Wilson had a.
Well, I know Heart just recently announced that they're doing another couple of dates.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can call it a full tour.
I think they're going to be avatars.
Maybe that might be it.
Online.
Are they all going to be blue?
And my favorite part is, I hate to go back to it. The best part though is they like Gene and everyone. They like went right back to when they were like 21 again.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah. They're gonna avatar that shit. Keep the wrinkles, bro.
No, you would never. You would never.
So,
do that.
Scott.
500-pound Gene.
What was that?
Well, I was just going to say, Scott's very humble when it comes to his relationship with Gene Simmons, maybe, and if you like Google Scott Van Zyne's Kiss, you'll see all the songs that he
really.
I just did.
But the funny part of it is I always ask this question. So Scott, you wrote all these songs for Gene Simmons. How much did you get paid for those?
Not enough.
I'll bet you didn't, brother.
But the stories, it certainly has gotten me a lot of free meals and then some. And I'll tell you one quick one. He had a record label, and we just got along good. He goes, "Hey, you want to go out and hear some bands?" I go, "Yeah." I don't drink. I haven't drank for years. He doesn't drink, so I think that was part of it. But he picked me up. So here's what happened. So this is the CD days. Somebody handed him a CD because he had an RCA imprint with his Simmons records, and they go, "Hey, Gene, here's my CD. Will you hear it?" And he'd turn around and with a ton of people around him and hand it to me and go, "Listen to this and tell me if it's any good." So word got around LA that if I liked it, so I'm getting invites to, weekend retreats and steakhouses and
all you had to do was listen to some shitty music. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, there were a couple that were pretty good, and I recommend them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really, I was A&R and he wasn't paying me a salary,
Yeah,
right, exactly.
I'll bet.
He was really good to me, though. We had a good time.
That's good. That's good. Like I said, I like to bust balls, and
he does a lot of. I'll say this about Gene: he's a hard ass, but I'll tell you, he does a lot of charity, big money charity.
I've seen that. Yep.
Behind the scenes, he doesn't tell anybody. I was there when he was writing big checks for military stuff, and just he's a good guy. And a bad.
I saw him somewhere doing something.
That's awesome.
I saw him somewhere doing something for charity.
Yeah.
It was. I think I was.
Well, that's
I was in LA for a while.
He pays you guys an exposure, so he can afford.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
It still doesn't. Still run into Kiss Army. If we hang out, I'll give you some more Kiss stories that I wouldn't want to say right here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Like I said, I went and saw him in concert. I loved him. I used to dress up like him as a kid. Some of the first guitar licks we ever learned were Kiss songs. You know what I mean? So it's fun. I like to make fun, but he's just one of those guys. I mean, he loves himself more than anyone I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like what was the name of his record album? It's called Gene Simmons Records. Love Me Like I Love Me.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick one on that. Right when the Lakers won like their third championship, I was at the house that was on the show. We were in that office with all the stuff around.
Yeah, yep.
And I remember that magazine, and there's a picture of him sitting with Shaq, and he was on the phone or something like that, and then he was on hold, and I go, "Hey, you're hanging out with Shaq," and he goes, "No, Shaq's hanging out with me.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, just the way he saw it. Like even Shaq in the week of another championship, like, I think he's more famous than you this week, Gene. You know?
That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Shaq's hanging out with me.
Yeah.
That's so real quick. There's got to be like there's a lot of B tracks and stuff of Kiss that what's probably the biggest of those songs that you worked on.
Well, the very first cut I got is as the biggest, which it's called Spit, and it's on the Revenge record, which went to number 6 in the Billboard Top 100.
Hell yeah, man.
And it was produced by Bob Ezrin, and I hung around the studio the entire time. I didn't need to be there, but I wanted to hang around Bob Ezrin because
Bob Ezrin.
Yeah, man.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
Pink Floyd and that stuff, and he was just the nicest guy there that you could be. And I remember listening to that whole record before they cut the vocals, just in this great studio with all these subwoofers, and all of it played. And at the end of listening to it, Paul said, "We're going to be famous." You know, his 30th record. You know, he was just such a genius, and I was bugging him about what was he doing on the Pink Floyd and getting secrets from that stuff. And
that's how I know him, from Pink Floyd. Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, iconic. I mean, to me, rather than a famous actor, I want to know that producer of those.
Exactly. We're the same. We are the same people, man. We are the same people. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's really fun.
And then the next record, the record after that was one of my favorites, but they were kind of getting out of that and putting the makeup back on, so they tried to kill it. And I wrote 3 songs on that record. There's a song called Hate that I just loved. It's just such a great riff, you know.
Yeah.
And my favorite Kiss drummer, was Eric Singer, who's still with them. And he drummed on that. And of course, Bruce Kulick was no slouch on the guitar. We got along really good. Yeah. And wrote some stuff together. I wrote about 30, 35 songs with Gene, and some of them ended up, a couple on his solo records. And, but it just, you know, I mean, it was cool, man. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
So when you did, is there anybody else that was studio musicians or anything did you work with the band during the recordings?
I did, but only in this capacity. We're doing a demo one day, and I'm left-handed, and I've got Gene's right-handed bass upside down, and I'm playing the demo, and he's got his feet, cowboy boots, kicked back up on his desk, and I go, "What the hell, Gene?" And he just ended up selling basses, you know. He had these bases, he was signing them, because every time he went to his house, he was always signing something to sell it, right?
So that's what we were talking about.
I go, "Gene, what's wrong with this picture?" He goes, "Man, you're doing great. Keep going." I'm playing his bass upside down, you know, with a pick. And he goes, you do it, you know. So I played on some of the demos.
Oh, that's awesome then. That's awesome. That's cool.
If you ever listen to Psycho Circus,
I love that album.
The clown music at the beginning of it, I wrote that, and that's me on my 4-track, and we took that and transferred it to a 100 input SSL board.
Wow, and, that's cool.
Yeah. So and I go, "Hey, Gene, where's
last tour I saw?"
I was gonna say, I don't mean to sound ignorant. Wasn't that their last album?
That was the last tour I saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it was real recent. I mean, not too far.
That had to be at least 6 or 7 years ago.
No, that was quite a while ago. Because that was, you know, we're pushing
maybe 10 years now, right? It's been a while. Yeah, time flies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had lunch with Paul.
Great time, Paul. They were all great guys.
Paul, did you say you had lunch with Paul? Paul Stanley is look out of Kiss. Paul Stanley's the one I respect the most. I mean, there's something as an artist. Yeah, I mean, that guy can write. I mean, he can create, and he's just an amazing singer.
He was like David Lee Roth with a guitar too.
Yeah.
What's funny, Ray, is the old saying is, if you can get on tour with Kiss, you're going to make it. Like any band, Cinderella, you know, Bond, all these bands that have ever toured with Kiss, they made it. And my back in the 90s, my drummer was good friends with. He actually grew up with Doc McGee. And so,
oh wow,
yeah. So we got our demos out to Doc, and he was super interested. Well, at the time, of course, he's managing Kiss, you know, and he was pushing hard to get us on a tour. So he says, "Gary, I got you guys a lunch with Paul Stanley. He's heard the demo. He wants to come talk to you." So on and so forth. So we're all sitting there,
That's
I'm
cool.
sitting there. We order our lunch. Doc calls Paul, says, "What do you want? Burger, fries?" We're sitting there. Here comes Paul Stanley. I'm like, I can't believe this. Paul's gonna sit down and have lunch with me. This is like the coolest thing in the world, right? And
That's
then
awesome.
we might get on the tour. He walks up, never sat down, grabbed one French fry, ate it, shook my hand, said, "Hey guys, nice to see you. I got to get going. See you later." And walked away.
Wow.
And that was my lunch with Paul Stanley. But you know what? Still in all, man, it was cool.
That's
At least
almost,
That was that tour then, right?
yeah.
And
So
we didn't get on the tour.
So we just
But,
got. I guess Casey just found something online too that said that. So the band that basically sold out, they're playing this weekend here at the Landis on Friday. A band called Octane. They're a local rock band. They apparently opened up for Kiss in 2010. Yeah, and they're great, man. That album. This is the 20th anniversary of their. What was the name of the album?
When all is said and
When
done.
all is said and done. You know what?
Yeah.
It's. There was another band. I think it was Aldo Nova from the 80s that had a band had the same name. When all was said and done. I always think of that album. Dude, this album was so good, man. Yeah,
It's funny how it all connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're playing Friday before you guys. You guys are playing
weekend
Saturday, so they're playing
they
Friday.
say that
So
Gene Simmons somehow is related to Kevin Bacon. I don't know if that's true. It's just what I heard.
I bet.
12
think I've
degrees.
heard that, though.
12 degrees.
Was it 12 degrees? Of
12
Kevin Bacon?
degrees of Kevin
12
Bacon.
degrees. Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. I worked on that show the following with Kevin Bacon. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude, though. He's a good dude.
Hell
He
yeah.
lives up in North Jersey somewhere.
Friday 13th, baby.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
go
that's
wrong.
right. He's first Friday 13th. It was his first movie, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I know you guys have other bands you're going to be putting on, and I
Yep.
can't thank you guys enough for putting us on to the show today. We're super excited to be there on Saturday. Make sure you guys get your tickets. It's a show that you will love. It'll be one of the best shows that you will experience this year, and we're almost out of this year. So,
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Done.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
flies,
Well,
man.
thank you guys. We appreciate
Well,
it.
we
It's
look
great
forward to
have you
meeting you in person and
Heck yeah.
really pushing this around so people can see and see where you guys come from and see who you are and realize that this isn't your regular tribute act that's coming through. This is really a super group of some really amazing musicians and an amazing singer who's been around and played with some of the biggest acts in the world. So it's great. We're excited to meet you guys and have you here. So we just got to find something that we have. You'll see our green room has all kinds of like cool stuff signed by all the different. We got to find something that we can commemorate you with. That the different bands that you guys were a part of, so can sign it and put it up because it's
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool. We're excited to meet you guys. We really are.
Absolutely.
Great talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the Absolute Vodka live at the Landis podcast here at the Landis Theater in
There it
the
is.
great city of Vineland, New Jersey, which is right in the center of the world of New Jersey and southern New Jersey here. That is Journey, the Heart and Journey Experience. It's called the Heart of the Journey. Featuring Cian Coey and these amazing guys that who we just talked to, Scott, and what was the other gentleman's name? Because we didn't get to talk to him for very long.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah, I really want to talk to him too. We got to talk to this guy.
And Gary.
And Gary.
Oh, and Gary.
And
Well,
Gary.
I keep forgetting about Gary because he was a box up there, man. You know what I mean?
Dude,
But-
the one thing that Ray keeps saying, you're going to find this hilarious when he keeps pointing to the Landis. That looks like Ray's office, but that's not Ray's office.
No,
Do you know what I'm talking about? Wayne's World,
Oh, yeah.
when they got sponsored.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, sure. For those that don't know, we were in Ray's office for about, 2 weeks?
Yeah, now we have
Big old
That
Absolute
looks
wall.
on.
like
Kinda.
Ray's office.
Now we have a studio thanks to Absolute Vodka
A whole ass studio.
and their sign.
a whole studio here.
Sign. There
Hell
it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
man.
you can actually see the Landis back there today.
Yeah, but
Somebody down there cleaned it.
But again, let's just say so that's Saturday again, Heart of the Journey.
Yeah, man.
Saturday, doors open at 7, show starts at 8. You got some amazing. Look at these guys, man. They even look like rock stars, man. I mean, that dude's
Yeah,
hat,
they do.
and she's got a Christmas hat on, which I think might have been put on after the fact, but that's okay. That's okay. But Heart of the Journey. Actually, you did a really good. There was an ad we had for this. There was a cool play on it. I forget what it was. Remember, it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
what about love but crossed out Christmas?
Yes,
Don't
what
stop
about
believing.
Christmas?
yeah. What about? Yeah, it was kind of cute. It was
I'll bring
kind of
that
cute.
back.
So I'm excited because again, it's that time of the year. People want to hear a little holiday something in there, but they want to hear some. So this is something that we were making fun of it earlier, but you don't see it all the time.
No.
They're not doing Christmas music all the time, so it's a time to really see something different.
Yeah,
That
man.
was
I'm
like,
excited.
Studio 2. They do those I think they were from. They said that was another group actually did another Beatles Christmas album, and they actually those are the songs that they played. So they weren't actual Beatles songs, but they were Christmas songs written in like the same key, the same tune, the same everything as like an old Beatles song, and it was kind of cool because they would make you guess.
Yeah,
be like, tell me what Christmas song it is, and then also tell me what
Beatles
Beatles song it is. So,
and the one guy's like, remember, I forget the one guy guessed right. No, you're an idiot.
Hey Jude. He was like, yeah, that's definitely Hey Jude.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not it.
That was pretty great,
dude. That was pretty awesome, man. So let's see. So they're, I guess, just real quick because we got a couple minutes left. Those guys are out of Vegas. They're coming in from Vegas. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, dude. They're so. Let's see. Oh, so Sean is. See, we didn't get to talk to her, but it says here that she's actually recording some original. Music. Wait, it says she's currently. Wait a minute.
I was going to say.
It says she is also currently writing and recording original music to be released in 2022. 2022 is going to be a great year, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, an excellent year for music.
I'm waiting to go back.
Good authority.
I'm waiting to go back. I feel like it's time.
I was trying to read this. And this one was a little tough.
That's okay. That's okay.
Casey's not in here right now. So
Casey left so we can say bad things. So we have Octane coming up as soon as she gets back in. I don't know. I don't know if Brian is on yet or not.
Says 8 o'clock, man. So we got like 10 minutes until.
Awesome.
You need a watch, sir, because you got 9 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at my watch a minute ago.
Talk amongst yourselves because they just sent me I'm going to send this to Casey. This is actually, maybe we can show this real quick if she can. It is part of the rehearsl from today. Octane did their final rehearsal today, and I heard it went really well. I mean, their drummer Bob was telling me today that like they've rehearsed more for this show than they ever rehearsed before, and that they're ready.
That's awesome.
We're gonna make this a badass show.
They are ready.
Show. I know they're doing a lot of work to get ready for it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I have to say, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not on the Octane page, but I haven't noticed a lot of promotion for the show. Like some shows you just can't get away from.
Mm-hmm.
With the Octane show, I knew it was coming just for being here. And I didn't see over the top promotion for it, but it's sold out bigger than any show that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Well,
and it's like wild. Like
yeah. They haven't done a show. I believe Bob was saying 5 years was their last one of these that they did. So it was the 15th anniversary. I think they did a 10-year anniversary. So almost like every 5 years they do. This is the 20th anniversary of When All's Said and Done. And they're actually coming back. I don't know if the last 2 times, we'll have to ask. I don't know if the last 2 times it was all 5 original members because people made a big deal about that. This time having all
Maybe
5.
That's what
Brian, who's about to join us, he's in Candlebox. I believe still in Candlebox. So this is kind of one of those things. A lot of people were asking, like, is Brian? Is he still in the band? Is he in the band? And it's the original 5.
That's
so
killer.
I don't know if those last 2 had all 5 of them together. So that could be a.
Now I know
thing.
a couple years ago, Candlebox was involved in a show that was in Philly, and it went over really, really well. I believe it was at the 2300, the old ECW arena for your pro wrestler fans. And I know that went over very well because Candlebox was part of it. Now, is Candlebox? I mean, maybe I'm naive, but I don't know. Is Candlebox from this area? Like, or is he from this area?
We can ask him. Yeah,
because it just feels like maybe there's a connection with this area.
I feel like there might be another connection there.
Yeah, there could be some connection. I'm sure we can figure it out, though. We can definitely figure it out.
Because it seems like he does well in this area.
Yeah,
look that up. Do we want to do a Casey Ray's read?
Oh yeah. I mean, Casey wasn't here to look that up while we were talking about it. Yeah, go for it, CT.
No, they are from Seattle.
All right, guys. And I can tell you from Bad Santa's point of view, eating Casey Ray's, man. I had God, what was it? It was a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh, the hot for the peacher?
Yes.
Or hot for peacher.
Hot for peacher. That's what I had.
And those
that
pickled
was
onions.
The whole damn thing one night. We won't go into
pickled
it.
onions.
But we thought that Ray was messing with us.
They are badass.
Hot for peacher was incredible.
You forget my degree
changer.
is my degree. I have an English degree.
Oh, I know. It messes. So I'm also very good with that stuff, and it does mess me up when I see shit like that.
So
I'm
when
like,
I
that's
see
not
stuff, I'm like,
how you're supposed to say it. You know.
And honestly, I don't
Top of
remember
the
90% of
preacher.
it, but some things I remember.
Yeah, but the best was you trying to sing it like that, and they're
Wait.
trying to fit into that whole phrase, and you're like, "No, dude, it's half of the preacher."
Not for
And we're
the
like, "No, dude, it's 3 syllables. It's 3 words." And you're
So
like,
hold on.
no.
We
no,
all
it's-
have English degrees.
I have no.
Me as
I
well,
was an
CC,
athletic
me
training
too.
major.
I have an English degree as well.
Oh, from where?
Rowan University.
Oh, that don't count. That's like
CG,
reading a
mine-
book in 3rd grade.
Mine's from
Thanks,
CW
man,
Post. Mine
thanks.
doesn't count either. It's fine. Mine doesn't
But
count.
I was an athletic training major, and somehow I'm a lighting guy.
I
Look, us NYU guys are gonna put you down, man. We're gonna put
And
you down.
then-
But I am a distinguished student at Rowan University.
there
Yes.
it is.
Yes,
I am
he
a
is.
distinguished student, or no, distinguished
President's-
alumni.
President's medallion.
I won the president's medallion there.
Medallion.
I don't
Ask Greg what that
Anyway,
is.
the new Landis lager, I had that over the weekend as well, and that is delicious.
Bone salt.
Oh
that
my
is that is from Bone.
goodness.
Did we ever get that logo for that? Kids?
That is delicious.
Remember with the guitar under it that looked really cool? No. So the Landis
You
Lager
didn't love it.
is
yet.
our new bone saw
Mm.
brew that we
You
brought
need to
in.
love it.
Now
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
maybe you guys can correct me. Was 856 a bone saw as well?
No, that's
Glasstown.
a Glasstown Brewery.
Glasstown
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, they have that on tap as well, man. There's so many different beers on tap at
and
Casey
Twisted
Ray's.
Tea.
It's incredible.
If you're in a Santa costume and you're looking to get trashed, this is the place to come. Man. Oh, dude, if we could
Good
just
setting,
get
good
an entire
background.
bar full of drunk ass
Sure.
fucking Santas,
dude,
dude.
that's next year.
They do
We
that in Philly.
We
The-
gotta start
the
doing it
drunken Santa
here.
run?
We do that here
Well,
next
in New
year.
York,
No,
does it
I'm talking
too.
about straight up Santas. Like they all come from the mall
yeah,
smelling
yeah.
like piss and shit.
Dude.
They're like, oh, dude, fuck these kids.
Dude,
Covered up with beer, baby.
The absolute vodka drunk ass Santa next year, man.
Oh,
I'm telling you, we'll have a ball.
What's that show? Drunk History. We could just
Yes.
History is great.
drunk Santa.
Drunk history is
So
fantastic.
Tuesday night they have open mic Dynamite 8 to 11. That is tonight. Free
Yes.
admission. If you guys are looking for something to do, get out here, man. And I'm telling you,
Come out
like
and
you
do
said,
something.
the open mic, they have full back and band, they have full lights and everything here, man.
Yeah, and that's our buddy from
Many different projects.
Zenora?
I guess Zenora. They're not really around anymore. so I
Chuck
don't-
Thomas.
yeah,
and
Chuck.
the-
He's with Chuck
Oh,
Thomas.
Band,
still.
Chuck
motherfucker.
T,
But
man.
I do believe Dylan is, by the way, it's Dylan. But he I believe he's got some new band members for Zenora though.
Oh,
I
that would
think
make me
he's
very.
I think he's working on putting the band together with some
That's
new
awesome.
members, which is cool because they were great, man. They had some great music, some great videos. They're really a good group of guys.
Mhm.
But young bands nowadays today, it's tough, man. They have a falling out because you can't get the music isn't what it was back
No.
then,
Not at all.
But
Yeah.
Dylan does our open mic with the Chuck Thomas and all those guys are
Chuck
always over
Thomas
here.
and the Bad MFers.
And the dude from who's the other guy that's there from the what's the band? that he's in?
Fabio.
Bobby
Oh,
O.
Yeah, that's right.
Dead End Kids.
Yeah, Dead End Kids. He's
Yes.
always
Yes.
over there.
Drummer.
So you get to play with some cool dudes, you know what I mean? If you come over. Now I know Dylan had talked to us about changing it up a little and trying to do some special nights and stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. He wants
That'd
to do a
be
little
killer.
disco thing, which I don't know. I don't know. It could be something that he got from one of the dispensaries that's
Through
messing
the,
with him or
through the
something.
youth like disco now again. That's what I'm wondering. Is
I think of
disco
the,
making
Dude,
have
come
you
back?
seen the
Debbie
new,
Gibson broke out with ABBA.
Bell bottoms are back.
The
The
okay, so
new-
bell bottoms are back.
the new
I don't
John
consider
Travolta
ABBA
the new
disco.
John Travolta commercial where
No,
he
that's
plays
old.
Santa Claus?
No, that's an old one. That was a couple years ago.
No, that was this year. I
No,
thought.
that's an old commercial. That's been
Where
around
he's
for a while.
doing the Saturday Night Fever as Santa.
Yeah, that ran last year too.
I didn't realize that ran last
my
year.
cousin's manager. I don't know if he's still her manager, but at one point, my cousin's manager has in a storage facility, just all set up, the Saturday Night Fever floor.
No shit.
And it's not in
We
his
should have
office or
that.
anything
We
like
should
that.
have
It's
that
just
right
set up
here on
in a
this
storage
floor.
facility.
Dude,
So
that
we
should
can
be a special night, man.
Well, now the craziest thing is you can get way more badass of a floor for probably a lot less money. You get
Yeah, that was
just a
that
bunch
was
of video wall panels and put it
Well,
underneath us.
and all that was, I don't know if you remember that floor. It had like each
Mhm.
panel had like four
Yep.
lights in it that would
Yep.
just blink off and it would
Different
kind of go
color.
with the music. So
But
when
guess what? It worked.
it did. Well, dude, when I was a kid,
Worked.
you used to be able to get
Dude.
speakers. And the
Yeah.
speakers looked exactly like that
How
floor.
badass did Billie Jean
Yeah.
look? The Michael Jackson video,
Mhm.
Billie Jean, when he's stepping on the different colored tiles.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
back
yeah,
then, that
yeah,
was the
yeah.
thing, man.
Yeah, but that was just somebody changing lights and shit. This actually goes to the music
Yeah.
only because they basically had like a switch that would touch as it would vibrate, and it would make the lights change. It was literally just a vibration of the music that would make the lights change.
Yeah.
But that was Billie Jean.
Back to Casey Ray's Thursday night karaoke, 7:30 to 11:30, free admission. And once again, fullback and band. Like, this is the place.
No
not fullback and band, but this is the place.
We'd have to charge
full backing
full
DJ.
Full production.
Paul is our great friend. He's a fantastic DJ, and he does a great karaoke job. He has one of those voices made for radio.
Yeah, Paul's great.
He has that nice silky voice.
But I think what he's saying is, if you come out to karaoke here, you're not in the corner of a bar. You're actually on a stage with a mic, with lights going. Like, dude, you want to make a video that you can get into a band with or something? Come to karaoke, get up on the stage. People are going to think you played at Casey Ray's. It looks like that. That's what it looks
exactly right.
We are at 8 o'clock. Your stalling was perfect.
Friday night, Latin night, 9 to 2. Doors open at 8 o'clock. $10 entry.
Not this week. This week, Friday night is the after party for Octane.
And then Saturday night vibes with DJ Real Deal from 9 to 2.
Yeah,
doors open at 8 o'clock and $10 entry fee. Place to be.
Yes, Casey Ray's, baby. And our sports bar downstairs. Always got games on, always open for football. The exception of Monday night, unless it's a game like the Eagles are playing or something. We don't.
Right.
Well, they got flex, so we're going to have to be open.
Flex, I hear
Monday,
this.
They flexed them.
I think that's next Monday. Pretty sure it's
first time it's been used. Am I right?
Yep.
On
a Monday night game. Yes.
On a Monday night game, yes.
First time it's been flexed to a Monday. The networks can retain one game per year, and that was the game.
And it's the first time they've ever used
that was the game they wanted to retain. So that's going to be Monday night now. So
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon.
Let's hope they do better than they did against Sanford.
Well,
we don't talk about that. Like I said, that was their Super Bowl, so we'll see them when it's the actual Super Bowl.
Let's hope not.
It's I like 10-2 better than whatever their record.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right. You're right.
excellent.
You're right. You're right. I can't.
All right, here we have.
all right. I think we have
Coming
Brian on Octane.
Yeah,
when all
baby.
is said and done, 20th anniversary live here at the Landis Theater, Friday, December 8th, 8 p.m. There are very few tickets left for this show. This show is basically sold out at this point. I think we got, again, they're good tickets. They're both in the back set. Center's sold out. The back right and left, there's a few tickets left. I tell everybody, dude, man, it's 80 feet from the stage, bro. And the sound here is ridiculously amazing with Bob. So, dude, no matter where you sit, just if you want to see this band, come get a ticket.
As deep rooted as I am in rock and roll, I use this as a example that for people that say rock and roll's dead or rock's gone or there's no way of getting
Not
back,
here, baby.
This is the show that I use for that example. That it's not going anywhere.
No, man. Brian, are you there, brother? You look like you froze.
Oh,
Up there. Are you there? Brian, can you hear me? All right, let's let Brian get
there for a second.
Oh, that's okay, dude. I'm just looking at this room you're in. What are you in, like a museum?
looks like a.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, my studio.
That's
It's like Guitar Center now. It's my home studio here. I'll give you a little.
Dude, that's gorgeous, man. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow. Home studio, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, that is nice, man. What a nice setup,
Like
brother.
Guitar Center now. Just
Look at all the Marshalls everywhere. It is a guitar.
Hell yeah.
No stairway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need a sign.
No stairway at all, right? Yeah. It's an addiction.
Well, look, man.
It's
Welcome
got,
to the Absolute Vodka live at the. We got to promote that. We got to give Absolute a shout out. They are our sponsor here at the Live at the Landis podcast. And we do this every week. You know, we get a nice viewership throughout the week, and we're excited to have you on, man. We're so blown away by having Octane here. And like I said, the show's just about sold out. I mean, there's literally maybe 50 tickets left, I think.
Yeah, they're not much.
I mean, it's the 20th anniversary of when all is said and done. It's going to be a great show. There's an after party after at Casey Ray's, which is our club upstairs. We are excited, man. I've been listening to this album, and I love this fucking album, man. I'm telling you, I was away. Like I left this area. I joined the military back in the 80s, and then since then I was gone. Like I was working. I lived in LA and all over the place, and I wasn't around when Octane was big in Jersey. You know, and I came back and I was making some movies down here and stuff, and I ended up buying this place. And when your drummer, when Bob came in, he's like, "Hey man, you know, I got this band. It's Octane. We played here. We've done this and that." I'm like, you know, I'm not sure if I know who they are. And then I found out, I guess you guys opened for Kiss and a couple other bands back in the day. And I listened to this album. I'm like, holy shit, this album's fucking great, man. It has that vibe too. Like I was saying, it reminds me of that, like that Godsmack era of music.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is some great music, man.
Yeah.
It is great. It is and have you been with the band since the beginning?
Yeah, so I started the band with Brian Bortnick, our singer, and kind of like when that started, we came up with the idea to do the band in 1999, like the winter of '99, and there was no, well, you know how big the cover band scene here is in Philadelphia, and I had a lot of my buddies who were all hard rock guys and metalheads that they wouldn't go out on weekends if their top 40 bands were playing. And there's a lot of great top 40 bands. It just a lot of my friends weren't into that music. So me and Brian got talking. I was like, "Hey man, why don't we start a heavy band? Like we're both in the metal stuff, and no one is out there. Like no one was playing Metallica and Tool and Godsmack and Disturbed had just come out, and all like the heavier bands. So I was working at Tower Records at Grant the Boulevard in Northeast Philly at the time, and I was getting advanced copies of all these metal bands. So, and I'm a big metalhead, a huge metalhead. So we, I kind of brought it up to him. He was doing a every Sunday night gig at Harbor Lights on the Boulevard behind where Chickies is on the Boulevard now. And I went to see him every Sunday, just talking, and started the band up. And man, within months we were putting thousands of people in these clubs. Like Harbor Lights was massive. That was a huge club. Bootleggers was a big place.
I remember Bootleggers.
I can't remember if Bronco Bills was still open then. Yeah, like like these really big rooms, but no one had been doing what we did, and we had Spike Eskin and WYSP really got behind the band because we were just generating a buzz especially with the music that WYSP was playing at the time. They were a little harder edged, and yeah, man, it was a phenomenon. It hit and it exploded. I mean, we ended up selling like however many tens of thousands of copies out of the trunks of our car of the When All Is Said and Done record. We're
That's
on
awesome.
regular airplane and radio. Had no record contract either. We came close. We came close a couple times with the record contracts, but yeah, it just didn't happen for us that way. But it really didn't matter because it was actually kind of a blessing in disguise because we were making all the money ourselves. It was the most money ever made playing music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you don't have to give anything up. Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious the fans that you have in this area, man.
I didn't have to give anything up to any labels.
Yeah. You didn't have to give anything up to managers and agents either. I mean, you're talking a lot of money.
We had one booking agent. So what we were doing was we made great money, and it was we had the one from Shore Bets, and he had a bunch of the bigger cover bands, but we kind of had aspirations to be an original band. So pretty much right out the gate, while we were getting this cover show together, we were writing music of what would become our very first demo, and then what would become When All Is Said and Done. And we were writing very much in that ilk and that genre of Godsmack and Disturbed, because all that stuff was new and relatively hot then, or really hot, I should say. And we were kind of just sneaking our originals in during shows where people would come up to us and they're like, "Yo, wait, what was that one song that you did?" And they thought it was Godsmack or they thought it was Disturbed. So we're like, "Wait, we might be onto something here." And we went in and did the record with Phil Nicolo in Conshohocken. We do, and went to 2-inch tape, old school, had to play every song straight through as before, like right at the advent of Pro Tools coming out. So we got to make a record with Phil Nicolo on the Neve console board and the Studer 2-inch, and Man,
Oh,
still to
wow.
this day,
Oh, yeah.
it's rivals one of the best sounding records I've ever done. And I've been playing
Oh,
with
dude, the record
Candlebox for
sounds
a decade. So
Yeah.
dude, that record sounds amazing, dude. I said I've been playing it, and I'm blown away. Like, it's so funny because I even said before when we first came on, you can when a band is influenced by bands like that, and you can hear the
Mhm.
different bands come together like you guys did on this record. This is a great record, man.
yeah,
How does this record
thank you.
not get a
Dude, I'm
comeback?
telling you.
How did nobody get behind this record, man? This is a great record. It's
I
crazy.
know we were close. I mean, we came real close on a few with a few different labels. In fact, the guitarist and lead singer from Disturbed they came to Philly to see us probably 3 or 4 times. They had just started an imprint label with through Reprise Records. And they came and saw us, and still to this day they haven't signed anyone. But we were very close. I mean, that was
Wow.
that was about to happen. They were coming, and people were freaking out that those guys were standing at the soundboard at our shows at like in Northeast Philly. They were going nuts.
That's
Hell
crazy,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Now let's go back because you just mentioned you've been a decade basically with Candlebox. Now have you been with Candlebox since the beginning?
No. Just the last 10 years I've been with them on the
Okay,
last 3
okay.
studio albums and the last live record I did with them.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome,
sweet.
awesome. So
So
now
yeah,
you're still touring with them, right? They're still touring, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm on break right now. We have one more trip. I go to Australia in January.
Oh, awesome,
yeah.
man. Yeah, get down
Sweet.
under, baby.
Yeah.
I bet we'll go down and see some Candlebox.
Yeah.
So I
Some
was
shrimp on the
mentioning
Bobby. That's my Australian accent.
That is
I was
something
mentioning
accent.
something to these
Mexican
guys.
Australian, all right?
A few years ago, Candlebox did a show at the 2300 Arena. It was around Christmas time. It is I know the whole show was like pretty well sold out. Your connection to the area. Did you grow up here?
I grew up in like the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area,
There it
a
is.
town called
Oh, yeah.
Pittston. And I moved down here. I moved to Philly, and I've been in Philly since '94. I moved down here to go to college. I got my degree from Westchester in history education, and then I graduated and immediately I was on tour and basically I got a tour and then formed Octane all within maybe a year and a half from being out of college. So that was that. I
Wow.
didn't put a foot in the classroom.
So was the original backup plan to become a history teacher then?
I wanted to go to school and get an education. It was something I promised my parents I would do. But to me, it was like I really should have just gone. I should have just followed the music because it was 4 years I lost of not
Yeah, that
networking.
sucked.
Hindsight being 2020, it all worked out.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's
also does. It
awesome,
comes
man.
back around.
Dude, we're so looking forward to the show, man. Bob was telling us he actually put together a drum set just for the show. Like
That's killer.
he built this thing and stuff. I can't wait. And dude, what a good guy you got, man. Let me tell you, dude. When he came to us originally, with the band and everything, and even till I spoke with him on the phone today, man. He's a stand-up guy, bro. You got a damn good guy behind you there that's really, still loves this band and everything he's done with this band in the past. And he's a good guy leading the charge for you guys. I got to tell you, man, really good dude.
Yeah.
Bob is, man.
He's been awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole gang, man. The whole squad of those guys. Yeah, for sure. The whole squad of those guys, man. It's like I've been very lucky in my career to be around guys that are, all decent people. There's no drunks or fucking drug addicts or anything like that.
Yeah.
So and I think that's part and parcel of keeping my shoulders and making sure I'm surrounding myself with with good people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you're successful, my friend. That's exactly why you're successful. I tell everybody here, they're like, I next door we have the club that you guys are gonna have an after party in, and then I have a sports bar next door, and I don't drink. And I tell everybody, look, that's part of the business. If you want to be in the business, you want to be able to do good. You can't be a drunk. You can't be,
Right.
There's a lot of old rock and roll was that way, but 90s rock and on that wasn't the thing
Went
anymore,
out the
man.
window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that went right out the window.
Yeah.
Dude, you keep breaking up. I got to tell you, I
Yeah.
see this cat back there, man, on the bar. I see the cat on the bar.
Oh,
He's
you
like,
go
he's
up on
trying to get on the show.
Yeah.
He's trying to get in on the show.
That's
He's like,
that's
yo,
man. He's in 2 Candlebox videos. He made it all over. He's worldwide. He has an Instagram page.
Hell yeah.
He
Hell yeah.
Kick
yeah.
ass
That's
cat, Rob.
his name is his name is Zimmy. We named him after Bob Dylan.
oh, that's awesome, man. So is he a member of SAG?
Yeah.
You got to get him in a union, man. You got to get some money out of that cat. You didn't get it out of the record deal.
Yeah, he gets more screen time than I do.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool.
Man,
That's funny.
I'm sorry,
I
you
didn't even
just
notice he was back there.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. I've been watching him behind you. I'm like, that cat is so cool back there. And he's really like, yo, don't forget about me back here.
It's his guest appearance.
Back there somewhere. He's a good cat. I'm trying to make this screen bigger so I could see you guys a little better. I couldn't get it on my computer for some reason. Wait, is there a way on the mobile to make this screen bigger?
I do not know. But look, as long as you can see this side, you're okay. You don't want to see that side anyway over there.
You probably only see me. That's it. Oh no, I think it scales it down. Really
oh,
tiny. Yeah.
And that's probably why you're breaking up.
Scaled it way
phone.
down. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to get on with the computer.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, we see a very close up of something very dark. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, nope.
Nothing yet.
Dude, I even like the ceiling in there, man. I love the black tiles, man. That's kind of like we did, Case, with the black tiles with the red.
Yeah, I know the on the computer you have to use anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this keeps breaking up, man. I'm on.
It's probably because you're at Guitar Center, man.
Guitar Center Wi-Fi.
Dude, look at that wall, though. That wall with those guitars with the
killer,
lights on
man.
them. That is a sweet wall of guitars right there, man.
That is killer.
That is so nice, man. That is gorgeous.
Absolutely.
We need that of like automatic weapons.
We should maybe do a guitar wall over here.
We could do a guitar wall. We have a couple signed guitars here and there. We could get them signed too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that
these
would
guys,
be pretty cool.
These guys are going to sign a guitar for us for
pretty
the
easy to hang
for the giveaway for the we have the raffle for the Landis Theater Continuum, which is our nonprofit here. So, and these guys are going to sign a guitar for that, and that's another thing. You come to the show, you could walk away with the 20th anniversary one of a kind Landis guitar.
You're not going to get that anywhere.
That is true. We don't do it often, but when we do here, Joe Morrison tries his damnedest to win.
If you're
he has 3.
He's got 3 of them.
He's got 3 of them.
He also has the symbol. I don't know if you remember
the symbol that he brought in.
So he has a symbol signed by people that aren't even here anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. I mean, that's dude. He's got all kind. I got to look up
Is that you that keeps joining?
Symbol picture again. No, I think he's trying to get back in on his actual computer.
Because I hear a little echo, so I'm just making sure it's not him. No.
Can you hear me now?
No, but that's not your mic. Oh, gotcha. Don't join. We have enough problems as it is.
Well, Brian has become a circle.
That's why I took myself off.
Oh my God, dude! If Brian comes back as a fucking avatar, dude, I'm gonna freak. Look at that little circle going.
It's creating the avatar.
He's going to come back as a tool offshoot.
That's what
the perfect
Kiss called it. Listen,
now, but does that mean they're going to be blue and have tails?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Man.
They
I don't want it.
They call it an avatar, but it's literally a freaking video game.
Yeah.
You're a video game character. You went and you got the 360. Why are we on Kiss?
I think they should be blue.
It's your fault. You brought
I pissed you off.
I think they should be blue, man.
Cheer up, dude. It's Christmas.
It
wasn't that
what we're going to do.
Well,
did you also know where Rich is?
Say that again.
Where Rich is?
Yeah, Rich. I can go get Rich, but
he's in the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
No, let's see if we get Brian back on.
Yeah.
This guy's
no,
amazing,
I'm just
man. What a great guy, man.
Just wondering.
He's really cool.
I never heard anything about
and that cat was like so badass.
That cat was
trying so hard to get on.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Yo, Pop, I'm back
Casey,
here."
Does he happen to be up in another window? Like, did he re-sign back in? Huh.
Can you text him and ask him if he's signing in on the computer?
Tell him if he can use Google Chrome.
Did you email it to him, Case? Once you email him, you should have his email there. Email him the link as well, and then tell him just check your email.
He actually did just email us the advance too. So
he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, dude. So I guess he formed the band. It was breaking up a little bit there, so I couldn't get it. But that's awesome, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
This is what a great guy to have come on. And like I say, we all love Candlebox too, which is
Yeah,
great.
I love
But
Candlebox.
dude, I'm
man.
telling you, bro, I listened
That
to
riff
this
in Far Away,
album
man.
like probably today alone 4 times. Like
Yeah,
Casey
it's fantastic.
Casey came in and I was still listening. I was listening to her probably about the 5th time today. This is a great album, man. I'm like blown away. We listen to it because we're doing lights and all the stuff for the band, and I'm trying to get a feel for it. I'm like, this is what I love.
Yeah.
This concert is going to look fucking amazing.
And dude, honestly, it was probably the end of that era where the label still had any kind of attachment to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Saunders. Do you want me to forward you the?
I can hear somebody helping you out back there. Is that the cat?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'll be there in a second.
He comes back on as Max Hedstrom.
What he comes back? What if he comes back and he's gone and it's just the cat?
And the cat's chilling.
This
And
was
the
all a
cat's
ruse.
just sitting there staring at us like, yeah, you remember that guy? Yeah.
It was all a ruse.
It was the cat all the time.
I stole his breath.
Up. Hey,
man.
Yeah, but that's a good sign because that's his computer.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
can still
Man.
hear you,
Still
yeah,
hear me?
brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the important part.
Brian, we can hear you.
I spared you. Don't do it with a cat.
That's just where I'm getting freaked out because we think the cat.
Maybe it is the cat.
It is the cat. He doesn't want us to know that.
I'm not the cat.
I am a cat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is the cat. Here he is. Here he is.
There
Hey.
He's like, it's been me the whole time.
Nice.
There is no Brian. There is only cat.
Any
Oh,
wrestling
cats.
fans, it was me, Austin. It was me all the time.
There was never anything.
But yeah,
else.
I guess let's get back to it here.
Can we hear you though? You can talk. Brian, you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead
I'm
and
here.
talk though. At least, yeah. At least you're a little white circle with a little man figure, and it moves when you talk, so it's kind of cool.
You are a man figure.
A little man.
All right,
figure.
on. Yeah, I'm getting this straightened out right now. For some reason,
let me ask,
it wouldn't open on Google Chrome.
Oh,
Weird.
is that a wife or girlfriend helping you?
It's the cat.
No, but we always
Yes, wife,
look,
yeah.
we
Publicist.
always turn to.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
I have Casey over here. We always go, hon, can you figure this out? 'Cause I can't get it to work.
Yeah.
I feel your pain, brother.
Yeah.
But you also need a cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normally, I don't have a problem with Google Chrome. I don't know what's going on. Is that able to
Yeah,
open?
that's what we have to use.
We can hear you great now, though. We can hear you fantastic. Like I said, you just look like one of those little Playmobil people. That's all.
Yeah.
Remember those?
We can
Playmobil?
talk it out.
Hell yeah, man.
Playmobil.
So how has been touring with Candlebox, being with Candlebox for the past a decade now in Candlebox? How's that going for you?
It was great, man. We had a great time out there. Again, really good guys to be touring with. I thought that was going to be a more of a temporary situation and position, and ended up, like I said, making 3 albums with them and a live record,
Killer.
and just touring all over the place with them. Yeah, they're great guys, man. I love them, and we're Kevin's about to retire, so we're going to be done for a little bit. His retirements last, I guess, a little while. I don't know how long he's planning on this one.
Just
They
like
never
kids.
they never last forever, so we're like,
You
okay,
can-
I have
hey,
to take
man.
a break for a while.
You can become avatars.
Brian the Avatar. You can make that cat an avatar. I mean, you can be with it. Honestly, I think we
Fucking
should all
avatars.
just be fucking avatars. Screw it all.
True.
Who fucking cares anymore?
I have to do an avatar count now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
avatars. Yeah.
we have a band coming in on Saturday after you, and it's actually one of the tribute acts, and they do Heart and Journey music, but like the one guy is from Brian Howe's band company, plays guitar. The keyboardist is from Michael Schenker Group, which I couldn't believe, and then and then the girl who sings is actually the girl who she's actually the front. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, that looks
yeah. Yeah, but the girl who's coming in, she fronts Starship right now, and she sang with Meatloaf and a bunch of other bands back in the day. So it's kind of cool, man. We got a good weekend of like great fucking musicians. You know what I mean?
Hell
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man.
that's killer. Now I can see you guys. Here you are. Jeez.
Now
Oh, no.
he's echoing.
Now you're echoing. You got headphones?
Is your phone still on,
Can you
Brian?
hear me?
Ah, that's better.
That's better,
Yeah,
brother. Hell yeah.
Oh, and we can see the room better, dude. That
There we go.
Guitar
You got
wall.
it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear us?
I can. Yep. Got you now, man.
All right, perfect.
Sweet.
Dude, I'm just looking at the guitar wall again, man. That is ridiculous. What is next to those guitars? Are those records that they were played on or something, or what is that?
Yes. Yeah, they are actually. We got
That's cool.
yeah, Featherborn Records, what's back? Candlebox, couple Candlebox records. I wish I played on Appetite for Destruction, but I didn't. But that would be awesome.
Don't we all?
Yeah, really. So
Well, welcome back, brother. A little more,
Thanks.
real quick. So, who else? So, everybody in Octane is basically from this area, correct?
yeah, they're all like Philly and South Jersey guys. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the original lineup?
Yeah, this is all the original guys like that when we first formed. We had done some shows over the years with my buddy Mike Vlanderen. He's played in a million different bands. He's been in a bunch of bands with me as a bass player because our bass player wasn't available for some, but the original guy, Joey. But yeah, he's back. He's here for the reunion
awesome.
and the anniversary of this. And I can't believe it's 20 years, man. We're like so blown away that it's
Time flies,
doesn't
bro. Time flies, man.
Hell
It
yeah.
really does. It really does, dude. Like 2 weeks ago, man, I was 21. You know,
It
I
seems like,
got gray. Look at that over like in 3 weeks. Dude, we are excited. So I was trying to ask you before. Now I don't know if we hit on it because it was kind of going back and forth. It was a little stuck. Now we were talking about other bands. So you played with Candlebox for the last 10 years. Did you do anything besides Candlebox and Octane, or prior
Yes.
to? I know cover bands you said, but what else?
yeah. So right after like Octane, like when it was kind of just ran its course, I guess, in my mind, and everybody was like a little frustrated and kind of wind taken out of our sails with everything that had happened with not getting the record contracts at the time, because you could still get a record contract and it'd be worthy of having the contract. You know, they give you advance money, you could leave your job and make music full time, you know. But so right after that, when that kind of all happened, I just kind of saw the writing on the wall, and I formed a band called Foster Child with the drummer.
I love that name.
Kevin Miller from Fuel. If you remember.
Oh,
awesome.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Another great band from the area. Yes.
Yeah, it was myself and me and Kevin formed that band, and two of my buddies. I brought in a bass player and this guy Danny Beisel, who was my best friend, was a fantastic singer, and we within a year signed to Warner Brothers and we have a record out with them. We have a one record out with Warner Brothers, and then a record out that was independent released like 4 years later or whatever.
And that's under the Foster Kids.
Foster Child.
Child.
Foster
Yeah.
Kids.
Foster kids.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually I like the name that Foster Child.
Hell yeah,
that
man.
sounds- now, what genre was that? Same feeling of rock that you were doing in Octane?
Yeah, not as metal. It was like more like blues based rock, like a little more
Stonesy.
still, yeah, but it was still hard. It was still heavy. Like,
Yeah.
so me and kind of my vision of writing for that band was the Cult. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so
Hell
the
yeah.
mix-
Love the cult.
like a mix of that and like, so, you know, I guess there was some elements of Alice in Chains in it, but like that, we had some open blues tunings. So that was kind of, it was like a little bluesier, a little like bluesier based than metal based, you know?
We got to look that up. Now, Casey, I sent you. Did you get an email I sent you with? Bob had sent me over the rehearsal from today. Bob said you guys have been rehearsing for this show more than you've ever rehearsed for another show before.
Yeah, and I'm not a big rehearsal guy. Like usually with Candlebox, but see, we play so much and we tour so much.
Yeah.
You know, you do. So it really was. I wasn't in that mindset of like, yeah, we need rehearsals. And when we got in there, I was like, shit, yeah, we need to go over some stuff just to remember it. It was a while, but I work on a lot of that at home, and basically what everybody did, which is really helpful when everybody does their homework and we just get into the room to hash out like minutia stuff with the songs, you know?
Yeah. That's well, I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know Candlebox had a live album. You're on that album. I have to listen to that. I didn't even know. When did that album come out?
That was 2016, Disappearing Live. It was the
Oh,
live.
it's been that long ago?
Yeah. It was,
Wow.
the live version of Disappearing in Airports.
Oh, okay. That's where that comes from, that album. Oh, that makes sense. I thought that was just something on a record somewhere or something that came out.
No. It
Okay.
was a live album. We ended up, we had recorded, man, a ton of shows. And we had one night that we played at the Paramount in Long Island. And then it was just, it crushed. The crowd was on a million. The band was just on fire that night. We played like 2 or 3 songs we normally never played, and yeah, it came out great.
So that whole album was recorded in Long Island at the Paramount?
I think every song except one. There's one song on there that wasn't from the Paramount, but the rest of them were. And I don't
That's
recall
awesome.
where the other one was from. It was one of the nights that we had recorded. We had a crew out with us for weeks and weeks for that to record all that. So
that is awesome, man. No, I'm definitely picking that up. I got to listen to that, man. I got to pick that one up, man. That sounds awesome, brother. Now, let real quick, Casey, you got that up? So I'm gonna real quick. We're gonna show a little bit of your rehearsal from Bob. He sent this over earlier. It's on your Facebook page. Go for it, Casey. She's trying. There she is.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
A little gasoline.
Yeah, that's Bobby's new compound there.
That's awesome looking, man. Look at that. Oh no, I hear it. Oh, the scrambles. That drum set is sick, bro. This is gonna be a good show, man. It's gonna be a really good show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's good, Casey. Oh, dude, this is gonna be a good show, man. That kit is ridiculous. He's playing back there, man. Yeah. I wish you could have seen it closer.
Did you see the comment that said, "Oh, good, Bobby's using the small kit"?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he was calling me up. He goes, "Oh yeah, how many risers do you have?" I said, "Well, usually for drummers we give them an 8x8." He goes, "Okay, well it should fit on an 8x8." I'm like, "Well, what are you bringing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm making one for this show, so I just need to know what size it is, and I'll make it towards that." I'm like, "Well, I have other risers.
Yeah,
like,
man, you can
if you don't need it,
bro."
And he was like, "Don't tell me that. do not tell me that, because I'll take the damn thing up."
Dude,
he's friends with oh my god, what is his name from the Rush? Vince.
Oh,
and
no.
we were talking about the rotating thing. He's like, maybe I'll borrow his rotating.
No, that didn't work.
I told him, it got messed up during it.
Didn't
He was
work,
like,
man. Don't bring that.
damn.
They don't bring the rotating drum kit shit. It doesn't work.
He was like, yeah, maybe I should get something like that. I'm like, dude.
It's a cool idea, though.
Whatever you need. Like, I can make you a 16-foot wide riser if you need it.
That sounded great, though, dude. For being in like a garage and shit. I mean, that sounded, dude, it's going to be a good show, man. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It was nice to do. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think we were going to get this the show in this year, and I was really glad that it's happening, and it's happening there too at the Landis.
You're
Dude,
gonna love it here, man.
I hope I really do, man. I hope you see here what we're doing. I mean, we came into South Jersey here. This was a theater, you know, that wasn't doing anything. We turned it into a music venue. We fight with Philadelphia. We fight with, you know, Atlantic City, trying to get some good artists in. And you know, we've had some big artists. You know, we've had Rock and Roll Hall of Famers here. You know,
Glenn Hughes,
yeah,
George
Glenn
Lynch,
Hughes.
Winona
We have
Judd,
George
if you're in the
Lynch. We've
country.
had, you know, so many great musicians here.
The Allman Betts guy.
Yeah, the Allman Betts guys. But it's like, this is what we're looking for. We want these bands like you, the local heroes, to be able to come in here and be able to take part in, you know, it's an award-winning staff from sound, video, and lighting. That what we do here is different than everybody else. We get behind the band. We listen to your music. If we can find anything online, we find it. When it's lighting, Steve will go out and try and, you know, emulate some of the lighting from your shows. So we try to create this show. Like we had, I said it last week too. We had Striper here, you know, and Striper was here twice. And, you know, Michael, when they were here last time, Michael's wife asked, you know, if it's possible, if they could come back next year, because it's their 40th anniversary tour.
I think so, yeah.
And if we could put the show together for them visually and lighting wise, that they could take on the road with them. I mean, that's come on, dude. That's Striper asking us to do their show for them. You know, I mean, come on, man.
You know, Bob said it was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He came to that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he said he wanted to. He was like, I loved all of that stuff. He goes, I don't know if everyone in the band likes it all, but he's like, I was really into it. And if you guys make us look like that, then we'll be all right.
Dude, it's gonna look better.
We'll make you better.
Because this is what I love. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Striper. I love Michael and those guys. They're a great band. We love them. But I love this album, man, and I'm just like, you know, it's a really good album.
And again, the Philly connection. I'm from the Northeast, so you know, literally right from the Oxford Circle, like right there. So any groups, you know, that are from this area, from Philly, from South Jersey, anything like that, to be able to give them a place to do something like this and to do it well is just awesome for us, you know.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of buddies from Oxford Circle. In fact, Danny Weissel, who was our singer for Foster Child, is from Oxford Circle.
Oh, sweet! Oh, hell yeah!
Can you write that down, Foster Child, so we don't forget?
Yeah.
Dude, I got to listen to this album. I got to listen to this Foster Child album. He's writing it down now. When this show's over, we're gonna throw it on and listen to it, man. I can't wait.
Do you have what do you have, like Apple Music or something?
Yep.
So if you have Apple Music, look up Foster Child Independence Day. That's our record.
Awesome. I would definitely do that, brother.
That was there's a title track on it. But yeah, Brian and I, like Brian Bortnick, our singer, Octane singer, and myself, we started Octane out of Somerton. We started at Bustleton and Philmont, basically.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Hell yeah.
See, I love that, man. I love that hometown connection with these bands. Yeah. And again, that's what we want. We want bands like you to come in and love what we're doing, because we do it because when I tell everybody, when you have these great musicians, it makes it a lot easier for us, man, because we can get behind what you're doing. We get behind, you do your thing, let us do, and everybody leaves here going, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah.
And I'll be back next week. Do they not?
Yeah. And it's that local scene, man.
Dude, we just had it's a local Pink Floyd band called Brain Damage. These guys are musically probably the best out there doing Pink Floyd musically. You know, some of the other bands have big things, but these guys are so good. Yeah. They just did the Wizard of Oz with the Dark Side of the Moon album. They played the entire album 2.5 times with the movie playing. We have a big 4K screen. Yeah. Bro, they were hitting every instance right on. And people, we sold like almost 500. It's almost sold out. And a lot of people didn't know what the hell they were coming to. They thought they were coming to like some Wizard of Oz show. But they left, and the one lady said, I don't know what the hell this was, but I'll be back next year if you do it again.
Hell yeah.
Casey's mom came down with her friends to sit through it. I mean, dude, it was really fucking good.
Like I said, annual thing.
But you're not seeing that anywhere else. No one else is doing that, you know? So we're trying to.
My mom's watching, and she actually went to school with Danny.
Oh, what?
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
See that? It's a small world, man.
What's I missed that. You went to school with who?
Oh, my mom actually. I was just texting her. She's watching. She said she went to high school with Danny. So.
Oh, with Danny.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah. Doherty.
Young in you.
Yeah. Yep. Doherty. Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
Young.
I would love to see that Brain Damage show, man. That sounds sick.
Dude, they're so good, bro.
Hell yeah,
We're talking about bringing it back next year, so we're gonna see.
The Wall.
We're gonna see, but they're coming in doing 2 nights of the Wall, and that's December, right?
October 4th and 5th.
Oh, October 4th and 5th,
The
dude.
Wall, baby.
And again, I'm a big Floyd fan. I like metal, I like prog rock, that kind of stuff. But so I'm gonna make sure this it's like going to see the Wall. It will be like the Wall here. We will do everything we can in our power to make it the most
They are
amazing
building a
show.
wall. It's happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we're
will
literally
be
building a wall, so it's gonna be really cool, man. And
So
I don't do
your studio looks very festive. Are you guys at the theater?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a podcast studio right here in the theater. Yep. It used to be my office until Absolute Vodka came in. And now we have our own studio.
It looks like Ray's office. That's not.
Yeah,
Vodka.
thank you, Absolute Vodka. But yeah, bro. Look, before you leave, though, there it is. Absolute Vodka's live at the Landis podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. But you got it. Look, if there's anything on sale in the store you own there that you want to like throw some prices out, like is that Marshall sale or whatever's going on your right?
Yeah.
Guitar Center, man.
I saw your email, by the way. We do have 1960 A and B, so you'll get one.
Oh, good. All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
we have 2 full
that's a
packs,
great
so
one
whatever
for
you
you.
guys need.
Yeah, dude. We just want you to blow it away, man. We want it to be an awesome show.
While I got you too, what's the base rig?
An SVT Classic 8x10.
And with the head, there's a head with
Yep.
it.
Yep. Hell
We
yeah.
have 2 heads, though. What do we have?
Yeah. That's probably the one they want. The Ashdown is the other one.
Yeah,
but
we have the Ashdown too.
The SVT, that's the big bad name of Gemma.
Yeah, the 8x10 with the head.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. It's actually like a 90s mod. The thing sounds sweet. So
Yeah, you're great. Awesome. Yeah, that was, man, I'll tell you, I've never ran across a venue that had gear that good.
Well, that's
exactly. Yeah.
That's one of the things. That's what I was trying to tell you. We're trying to be different. We're literally I bought backline. I bought like 3 or 4 drum sets. You know, if you needed, like I said, I have a PRS. I have my friggin' my Les Paul. If you needed a guitar,
Basses out the ass.
we have basses. Like Vixen came in and played like some $10,000 bass.
Yeah, that we didn't know it was even $10,000.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave me the bass, and he's like, "Oh, Vixen's coming here. Let him play this." I'm like, "Oh, cool, man." And then after they played, I signed it to have it teched. And the guy's like, "Do you know what this is, man?" I'm like, "No, somebody gave it to me for Vixen to play." He goes, "Yeah, this thing's worth like 10, 11 grand, man. It's like some special bass." I'm like, "Wow, that's
Fender
cool."
only made it for like 2 years, and the guy gave it to us.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
I forget what the hell it is. But yeah, we try to have a good backline, man. So, so bands, again, Striper, when they came in that last show they did here, they were supposed to come here. They had a record release. Things got messed up. They canceled a bunch of shows, but they came anyway. And that's why the drummer suite was playing like a weird drum set, an orange drum set.
Orange kit from Ballard.
Because we backline. We brought it backline to everything because they're like, look, if you could, our stuff's going this way, but we still want to play the Landis, so we'll come this way if you could get us some backline. And we're like, well, we got it. So there you go.
Right on. Oh, that's cool. Right
Yeah.
on.
So Striper, instead of the black and yellow kit, he played a fire orange devil kit, and he was like, dude,
and he loved it.
It was the DW kit. And he's like,
Yamaha.
Oh, that was the
yeah,
oh, that's right.
still
That was the Yamaha.
It was
That
supposed to
the
be
Yamaha.
black, and it somehow ended up being orange.
And he loved it.
And he absolutely loved it. He's like, that's one of the better sounding kits I've ever played. So I don't care that it's orange. I'm playing the damn thing.
Hell yeah.
So, Brian, I know Brian's putting together like the special video thing with like a picture collage of everybody.
Yes.
So I'm going to be talking to you about running that during the show.
Yep.
That's
Hell yeah.
That's his world.
Perfect.
Guitar player.
No, you know what? I think that's really cool. And I was hoping that in it he has like some, because one thing I can tell you is a lot of fans, and not just fans, but people that grew up and know at least somebody in this band has been calling and buying. Every time he answers the phone, it's like, yeah, I want to buy. One guy called, I need 4 Octane tickets. I'm like, all right. He goes, I'm flying in from LA. I knew the band. I'm like, oh, holy shit. He goes, yeah. He goes, I want these tickets, whatever. They know you guys. And it's such a cool connection to have this, like, it's going to be a house full of people, man, that literally, it's like your friends are coming, Yeah. That's going to be a really cool show, man.
Friends
I'm
and
excited,
family, man.
I'm excited, man.
We had a rabid like cult following, man. It was weird. It was a phenomenon there for a couple of years in this city, which was great. It was,
and that was the late 90s.
It was it started in 2000 and basically went to like 2005, but 2003 was probably the apex of it, where it was just we were
Okay.
on radio constantly. We had a ton of spins on YSP. We had videos out like
YSP, man. I missed
Yeah.
that station,
Hell
man.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I missed that station. So that was rock and roll in Philly, man. They used to have every year. I don't know if you remember. I don't know how old you are, but they used to have the YSP raft race.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Yep.
me and my boys used to go there. We used to get into the raft race and shit. You just get, but you wake up, you're pouring beer on your cornflakes, and you're like, this is great. I was there. There's no lies. So last year, I don't know if you remember this, but they said if you bring a bag of trash to the trash thing, they get a YSP T-shirt.
Mhm.
Dude, there was a line of people with trash bags like 100 miles long, and they ran out of fucking T-shirts, man. So guess what they did?
Ah.
They ripped open bags of trash, man. There was trash everywhere. And I'm like, dude, you should have brought more T-shirts,
I
bro.
actually won my first PlayStation. I won my first
yeah.
PlayStation from that.
From YSP?
From YSP, yeah. It was Dickie Barrett of the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. He was in
Alright.
there and he wanted a fondue set. And he's like, if anyone can bring me like an original 70s fondue set, I got this PlayStation and this game that we're on,
What?
and I'll give it to you. And we drove down there like
Was
probably
that Tony
120
Hawk?
miles
What
an
was
hour.
that?
That's awesome.
No, do you, it was a game called Road Rash.
Oh, I remember
Road
Road
Yeah,
Rash.
they were in it. They were like the
Motorcycle,
featured, yeah,
like
yeah.
Mighty
hell
Mighty
of a-
Bosstones.
yeah,
They were
dude.
like the featured soundtrack in it. So yeah, we flew down there like 120 miles an hour and ended up getting there before everybody. And
That's kick ass.
yeah, he wasn't
man.
expecting like a little kid to come walking through the door with a fondue set. Oh shit!
Did you guys ever play
But he
any
was
of
great. We
those
stayed in touch with
YSPA
love it.
any of the YSPA shows? Because they had a lot of shows like
Oh,
MMR
yeah,
had.
yeah, I used to go to a ton of those shows, and like when I started out, like just networking and meeting people in the scene in Philly, we were always at John's Boardwalk at Bustleton and Philmont.
Oh
For,
yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
Mel Toxic used to, and then
Yeah.
Cousin Ed did it later on.
Cousin Ed.
But yeah, that's how I met
Yeah.
a lot of the guys I ended up like in bands with, and just you know this guy, meet that guy, just out there networking,
Yeah,
So-
I missed
Well,
that
and,
station, man.
Bob's other band was just they just did the Camp Out for Hunger for Preston.
Oh,
Oh,
the-
yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
what's the name of that band?
Sidearm. They're
Yeah.
like a cover band. They do weddings and corporate
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Oh,
It's-
I think he's got something going on tonight with that. Yeah, that's why he couldn't come
Yes.
on.
So
Yeah.
actually, while I was talking to you guys, Jackie Bam Bam called me. So I'm.
Oh,
Oh,
Jackie.
sweet.
I gotta see
It's
what
not
he's-
2 in the morning.
yeah,
This is
right.
early for him.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I love
Right.
Jackie to death. I love him with all my heart. But it's
He's
like
the
he
best.
calls me at 2 in the morning. I'm like, Jackie, I know you're on the air, but I'm asleep. And then he sends me a text like the other day or something at like 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I answer him. He goes, holy shit, you are alive. I'm like, bro, I'm asleep when you usually call or you text, man. I'm like, but I love Jackie's great, man. He's a big proponent of us. And it's funny because it's like we've been trying so hard just to get him here, on his own and try and give him something here as well. We love Jackie. And like I said, he how he is. He'll text you every 5 minutes. But I love it. Every time he texts, I'm like, oh, Jackie's home, man. Jackie's here, baby.
Yeah, he had me on. We stopped in. I went down to see Tool a couple weeks ago, and they were on the last. That was the last night of the Camp Out for Hunger, and I went in, and I just went in to give him a hug. I was with Brent Porsche. We were hanging out. We were going to the Tool show, so I just went in to give him a hug, say what's up, and he was like, "You're coming on the air with me right now." So he had me on, and then Preston and Steve had Bobby on.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. That's
Killer.
Yeah.
Been great
Yeah.
to plug this show, which was fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
That's great. And like I said, man, we love Jackie. He literally is. He's a fan of us. We're a fan of him. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He's had me on a few times at the end, and he does the old the mummers thing there. And we kind of we always pre-record it with him, and then you could go listen to it, at the end of the show or whatever. But we love Jackie. He's absolutely we really do. He's such a great dude, man.
Yeah, we had so many connections with MMR, even with the Rid, like Spike Eskin, who became the program director at YSP, and then when it switched over to sports, he was one of my guitar students. So that's kind of like how this whole thing snowballed with Octane back in the day. And then my wife and I met in college, but we went to college with Kathy Romano. So
Okay.
my wife's next door neighbor was Chuck D'Amico, who's their program director.
Yeah.
Well, you're just
Oh shit.
it only makes sense
It's
now.
the perfect storm for you guys.
Yeah, we're all but that's cool though, man. But Jackie, we love you, buddy, man. Hopefully, maybe I'm hoping to see him. Maybe he'll show up for the show. I hope so. Because it's going to be one hell of a show, man.
Get out. it'd be great to see them. And like they've been such supporters of us for years. But MMR and WISP, it was like we were kind of like we bridged the gap between those two stations, which was always good, because we had friends, good friends with the DJs and the directors and whatnot on both sides of it. So, because I know that they had a little, friendly challenging going on there back in the day between
That's right.
them.
That's right. Because remember, they had Stern, and once they got Stern in the morning and everything, it was like, then there was the DeBella Stern fight.
Yeah,
and all that. Remember that back in the day?
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, man.
Not another market like it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude,
still to this day,
so much shit has fucked up, what we loved. You know what I mean? When you think about it, when it comes to like being able to, listen to music online. Come on, man. Vinyl records, all that great stuff.
That's
you know what I mean? Radio. We used to listen to radio. We cared. Now there's XM this, XM. There's a freaking million stations.
XM.
It's like there's so much shit. Like it was so much cooler when you had two stations battling each other. You were listening to these, like you're listening to hometown music,
flipping back and forth.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you before we go? Octane, we saw something online. Did you guys open up for Kiss?
Yeah, Octane did open up for Kiss at one of their shows in Camden, but I was already gone. I think I may have even been in Candlebox by then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 2010. So.
Oh, is that what it was? 2010. Okay.
At Susquehanna.
Oh yeah. So that was with Foster Child then. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with Foster Child at that point. I wasn't with Candlebox yet, but they did open for Kiss, and then we did like back in the day in like 2002 or 3. WISP used to sponsor this thing called Babe Fest.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Have them at the factory, at the Electric Factory. So one year we did it with Kid Rock, and then the next year they did it with Gene Simmons. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
Ace Frehley was the reason I picked up a guitar, and then
that's awesome, man.
Randy Rhoads was the reason I continued on with it.
that I love. I love. No, dude, we've been on a Kiss track today because they turned themselves into avatars, and we're like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Why?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it.
Why? Dude, look, they're making money, baby, and they're making a hell of a lot of it. So, I mean, what can you say, man? The guy who's playing. The guy who's playing the night after you, Scott, he's with How's
Bad
Company. Yeah. He wrote what did he say, like 30 songs or something?
Yeah, it was like 36.
Yeah, of the Kiss songs. He'll be here Saturday.
Like he's a co-writer.
Yeah. So he used to hang out with Gene Simmons. So we were just busting, Simmons balls. The guy has some great stories, man. I'm like, I can't wait to meet this guy Saturday. We got a lot to talk about, man. Because I was surprised. I'm like, this guy wrote a whole bunch of like Kiss songs and stuff, and he played with them, on all their demos and things like that. So it's really cool, man. We get, like I said, we get some pretty cool talent in this place, and that's why we're here, man. And you guys are just making it even better, bro. I'm excited to have you, man. I really am, man. And thank you so much for coming on. I hope your business there selling equipment works out for you.
Good talking to you, brother.
I love this room, man. This room, it's like, come on, dude. If this was a real like music store, you got a fucking bar, you got a cat, you got all this stuff for sale.
The basement,
dude. That's what I'm saying. You call it the basement. You got to get the best gear around. Brian, thank you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, this is called headquarters here.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
But we look forward to meeting you on Friday, brother.
It was great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Take care. You have a wonderful night, man.
We'll see you in a couple days.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. That's Octane, man. Dude, when all is said and done, 20th anniversary, they're doing it here. It is all the original members of the band, including Brian, who's now with Candlebox. It's Friday, December 8th. This Friday, 8 p.m. Doors open at 7. There aren't a lot of tickets left. I'm telling you, I think there's less than 50 tickets left.
I don't think you're getting them at
the door.
If
you want to get tickets, get them now.
You're
right
more
now.
than likely, if you're going to get them at the door, you're going to get a single ticket because there's a few of those left.
There is precisely 64 tickets left.
And a lot of those
tickets.
Yeah, but a lot of those are single tickets, like in the middle of so which is, look, man. Again, you're going to get a great seat regardless. You're 80 feet from the stage here, and you're getting to see like some really class musicians, man.
Hell yeah, man.
And the 20th anniversary of one freaking kick-ass freaking record.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, what a kick-ass album, man. Thank you again for Brian and Bob for bringing everybody in. We can't wait to meet the rest of the band. It's going to be a great time. Thank you so much. we have someone else here.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'm gonna let CT bring him on and let's if you wanna put up our logo so we can if you wanna.
Guys, I want to introduce you to a kick-ass friend of mine. He is a photographer from way back in the day. I'm talking Bonnie's. I'm talking about the Pennant. I'm talking about the Spectrum. I'm talking about all those old places, man. All the places we used to haunt, the Galaxy, all those great places. Guys, I want to introduce you to Rich Fuscia, man, the author and photographer and creator of Rock Shots, man. I got to tell you, I met Rich a while back. He sent me a DVD that he also has for sale that is so kick-ass.
That does
man.
not come with the book. We fucking found out last week.
But, dude, this DVD.
There it is.
Look,
Bring that over here.
Wait, whoa.
DVD, dude, I'm telling you, all the old bands, Carte Blanche is on there, man. That going back into the heyday.
I feel like I'm on one of those K-Tel commercials, man. If you want both, call today.
But I'm
This is
telling you,
awesome,
man,
man.
like this is the history of this area in rock and roll, man. This is killer.
Well, I will tell you. So Rich came in a while ago. He sold his book here within the confines of the Landis before.
Hell yeah.
We love that he does like a lot of. You've done some of the biggest bands in the world, but he's done a lot of local stuff, especially with bands back in the day with some local venues and stuff. It's one of those things where for us, it's like normally when we have somebody here, we it's like, hey, 10% or whatever, but we don't take anything from Rich. We want him to do good. We want people to see this, you know what I mean? And it's somebody I'll let in my lobby as much as you ever want to come in and sell this guy. So I bought a copy the first time he was here because I'm like, what is this? I got to check it out. Dude, I read it. I read it, man. There's a lot of pictures and there are words, which is awesome because it's less reading. But, dude, look, oh my God, look at that, man.
One day.
Dude, look, it's right up to Cinderella. Look at this, man. This is crazy.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, this area, like the history of this area as far as rock and roll is in that book.
Meatloaf, Madonna, there's Sammy Hagar.
He shot for everybody,
you have shot
man.
like some of the big names, man. Like,
Yes, lucky.
you want to tell us a little bit more about give me a little I'm not going to go. I read the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little history of how you got started? I love the whole thing where you're talking about how you used to sneak into the shows with the camera, and it's like, and if you couldn't make it, one of your buddies would try to sneak it in. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, it said on every we were scared to death.
Hell
oh my
yeah.
God, don't bring in a recorder or a camera. This guy's sneaking them in, getting some of the best shots in the world. And then before you know, they're like, no, let the guy fucking shoot. He's gonna get in anyway.
and they made magazines and everything else.
Yeah, I found one of the things that it reminded me of when I was looking through the book and reading it is when I was a kid, like again, you were afraid you didn't bring a camera in, but you opened up Rolling Stone magazine or whatever, and you went to the back of it and you could order photos of your favorite bands. And I felt like a lot of these reminded me that. Did you ever do any of that?
I never did any of that, like selling the photos back. Well, I always sold photos of my friends.
Okay.
That's kind of what got me going because I would take pictures. And we did slides back in those days. So I used to have slideshows in my basement.
Slideshows.
Awesome.
And that's in the
and
book.
people would be like, I played music of the band. With the slides.
Wow, get out of here.
It was
That's
like,
cool.
Hell yeah,
it was before MTV. Like my sisters always said, you invented MTV. It wasn't video, it was a slide.
Yeah, but still.
It was similar.
That's actually really cool, man.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
my-
It's fun because you have some slides in the book actually.
Yeah,
Like there's some a few pictures of slides, dude. Guys, man. If you love rock and you like music like we do, and you just want to relive, like again, we have a lot of these bands here, these tribute acts,
Yeah, man.
and a lot of these experiences that we like to call them, because people want to relive those times. They want to relive those days, man. You've got to look at this, man. This is crazy. I'm just gonna real quick. You ready? REO Speedwagon, the Stray Cats, Foreigner on this. This is one page. Osborne and Randy Rhoads, ZZ Top, Angus Young, basically. Heart. Speaking of, so we're having the Heart of Journey tribute coming in this weekend, right? And she just opened up for Heart. But I mean, it's like, dude, Dreamweaver. You had to put the song in there because nobody would know who the fuck Gary Wright is.
Gary Wright.
That's
baby.
literally his one-hit wonder was Dreamweaver.
Hell yeah.
And
What movie?
Genesis, man, they're one of our
Oh, did you get
favorites.
Genesis? It's like,
Yeah.
come on, are you kidding
Especially
me?
as a lighting guy, you know, Genesis is
That was,
they're
my
responsible
first
for what we have.
Slideshow. That's when
Steve.
Oh, really?
yeah, guys at the college that love Genesis, some of my friends.
Yeah.
And they heard I had the Genesis slides, and we went into the lecture hall
Yeah.
with the big giant screen.
Oh, wow.
And they
Killer,
knew how to
man.
do it.
Yeah.
They
That
played-
is
They played the
awesome.
music and they did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I
Yeah.
gotta do this more often.
Well,
with my other
Genesis's
bands.
contributions are.
We
are
talked
basically-
about how much we love Jackie Bam Bam. He's in that book too.
Jackie
Oh, I
literally
didn't mean to
just
cut you
sent
off.
me a text message. I haven't read it yet.
And
And
you
I'm,
know what?
I'm
I
only
just-
not reading it, Jackie, because
I
this
just
is
heard you talking about Jackie too. Like you woke me up a few times at 12.
I love it,
And he's like, and this is when I haven't talked to him for a long time, just say for people. And he's like saying stuff where I think it's like a crank call. I'm like, what the fuck? I go, who the fuck is I'm cursing him out. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
No, you're
Uh,
good. Bro. You're
Anyway,
good.
Oh,
Not
you-
the worst
Then
thing
he
that's said on
goes,
here.
Rich, it's me, Jackie. And I'm like, oh my God. I go, I'm asleep. I got to get up at 6 o'clock. Go to work.
I think this week he's filling in for Pierre, so you could
We
probably
can
get him at a
bother
normal
him.
time this week.
We can get
look real quick. Here's a whole page dedicated to the Dead End Kids, and I believe
Hell
one of them
yeah,
is right
baby.
next door, right now, playing drums, probably right next door. Casey Ray's, the upstairs of Casey Ray's for our open mic. That is so cool,
Who is
man.
it?
This-
I mean, who's playing?
Bobby O.
Bobby up, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Bobby O'Schmidt.
yeah. He comes over. He
Yeah.
comes
Oh,
over here
really?
and
He
plays.
does
All,
the open mic?
yeah, he's probably over there right now.
I'm going to say hi to him.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great guy, man. Great guy. This is a dude. I love this book, man.
Cinderella.
Dude,
Man,
look at
that's
the old
another-
Spectrum. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, America's what's that say? America's
Showplace.
Showplace, the
America's
Spectrum,
Showplace, yeah.
baby. Yeah, I don't have my good glasses.
That was the
on, you know.
place where you
This is
pissed in the sink.
That's
You
the
always
Galaxy,
piss in the
Galaxy.
sink.
I'm trying to find
Yeah,
some
they
cool
also-
things to hold up here. Dude, there's so much. Dude, this book is just nonstop, like cool shit, man.
Alice
Dude,
Cooper.
speaking of, look, come on. D. Snyder and Alice Cooper, same page. Where the hell
Hell
is this camera?
yeah,
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, camera guy.
Look at that. Look at that. Dude, come on. Look at this crotch thing. here.
In the heyday.
Right there. Look at that. That
God,
is hiding something. Right there. That is
The
hiding
snake.
something.
That's hiding the snake.
And you got a close-up picture of that shit. Dude, there's like, dude, again, next page, Sammy Hagar, Meatloaf. I mean, this is crazy, dude. You actually shot all these photographs.
Yeah, it was fun.
Many of these guys.
Oh,
Tom
man.
Petty,
Tom Petty, bro. Look at that.
There's
Look at that
one
back
in there
over here.
that-
I was at the Tower to Tom Petty.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was first-
Really?
That was probably his first show he ever
Yeah.
played.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Do you have the years in here? I didn't pay
I don't
attention.
have it. Now, not usually doesn't say the year, but that,
Oh,
was,
that would have been cool.
I
Yeah.
think he opened up for Rush and REO Speedwagon. were the
Wow.
bands that played.
Oh, sweet.
And nobody even really knew Tom Petty. And
Legend.
Wait a minute. What year was that?
let's say maybe 77,
Okay.
1977.
I'm
It's
trying to
taken a
remember.
while, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Could have been a little earlier.
Because I saw the Moving Pictures tour, and I think REO Speedwagon opened up
Yeah, let me see.
that. If I'm
was it the Tower?
yeah, I'm
Wasn't
trying to remember, man.
Wasn't Tom Petty another act or not?
Yeah, I think it was another act, but I love Tom
See,
Petty.
that's what I mean. A lot of people didn't know Tom Petty. When he
Yeah, and
So-
it might have been. I just didn't know who the hell he
and
was.
even like 3 people from the MMR or YFP came out and they said they introduced Tom Petty. They said this guy's they already knew. They said, this guy's going to be really big.
That is
But
awesome.
People didn't know who he was at that time.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Trying to find one that hits home here for you.
I see that was when I actually snuck my camera in now. So I
Jackie
think I
tried to
took
call.
Did he really
I
just
took
now?
2
Yeah.
pictures of Jack's call.
He heard you
Well,
talking
thank you,
shit.
Jackie, I'm on a podcast. You got to call
Live
into
on
the
the
podcast.
air.
Look, you know what? Maybe
Don't
next
call
week we
me.
bring Jackie in. We should have Jackie on the
Oh,
podcast.
I would.
Dude, I'd love to have
we
Jackie
should
on
we
the
should have brought him
podcast.
on just for this.
I
about Octane, you know.
Dead End Kids.
Yeah, he knows that,
Dude,
bro.
we should have him MC Octane.
Now, real quick,
I don't know what
let's
it
go
is.
back to this book real quick because where can people get this book besides coming to one of the shows here? Again, you're welcome. Any show you want to come sell us,
Thank you,
it's
thank
going to
you.
be. Dude, this is a cool Christmas gift, especially for a guy like me.
Absolutely.
It's a hardcover book.
I'm
Absolutely.
hoping to sell some books for Christmas.
It's a hardcover book. It's a great book. It's really nice. It's like it's not some cheap ass book, man. This is a really nice book.
The old Trocadero.
That's what I'm saying. Look, the Empire Rock Club.
That was my first show I ever played.
If you even love music in Philly and you're from the Philadelphia area and this is something to really grab, man. This is a cool gift, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
Now, how much is the book?
It's $60 online.
Okay.
And you get it at RF, which is my 2 initials, RFRockShots.com.
All right. Yeah, there. Casey has it up on the screen right there.
Okay,
So
good,
RFRockShots.com.
Go there, you can find the book.
Now, last year we had a debate, or last week we had a debate over the DVD. Somebody said it was in the back of the book. I'm like,
that was my fault.
And I'll tell you, the thing is, like, I know because I like, a lot of guys go, yeah, I read your book. Bullshit. They read it. I actually read it. And I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss the DVD at the back? But so this is the DVD. Now, what is on the DVD?
The DVD has 4 local
Killer.
bands, but it has I think every one of the bands on there was signed except for Carp. I didn't get signed, but
And now this is available on the website as well.
Yeah.
And how much is that?
That sells for $25. But if you ever come to many of my my local events, when I sell them for $10.
Really?
When I do shows.
Okay, excellent.
When I do little get-togethers or whatever.
All right, so if you're coming out are you going to be here this weekend at all?
I don't know.
What's the next show you're coming out for?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what's coming up.
Well, let us know.
I just missed that Pink Floyd one.
That would have been a great.
I apologize. Last week I was going to be on your show. I was sick.
Oh, that's okay.
I was going to come to that. I had that.
Octane would be a good one, man.
Yeah, because they're a local
going to
band.
sell some of those bigger bands, like Octane, will probably have a lot of merch.
Yeah, they're going to fill.
I don't really. I'd rather sell the book when it's a band that's not selling a lot of merch. I don't like taking anything from the band.
That's.
And I love your.
Nice.
I love your place
Effective,
too,
man.
I love your place. I love to come out here.
Well, maybe we should put something up, Case. Maybe we could do a poster, and maybe we'll put a poster up in the lobby with the website. Maybe make it look
nice
Christmassy. Yeah, make it look.
I do have some posters if you want. I can give them.
Yeah. Now, do you have any special for Christmas online? Did you think about that? Maybe putting the two together. Maybe.
Yeah, but I do bundle them together for
good.
$70. So you
That's not bad at all.
Still get that for $10 if you bundle. If you get it at the same time, you get the book.
Oh, so there you go. See, I didn't even know this freaking existed, or I would have bundled it back then. There it is again. So it's rfrockshots.com. I thought it was in the back of the
And
book.
I'm telling you, man, that video is fantastic.
Is it?
Because it reminds you of all the old rock clubs.
Yeah, that'll get you back, and really like
that
that road
sends
said
you
it'll
back.
take you back in the day, and it really does. For me, I watch it all the time. I'm back in the galaxy again.
See, that's awesome.
And you can hear the bands like talking between songs, like Cindy Raymond. You know Cindy from Funhouse?
Yes.
The Cindy Raymond band. They're still around. All these guys on there, most of them are still around playing.
See, this is what we need here. Look, if you're in any of these bands and you guys want to come together and you want to do some kind of really cool retro show,
Yeah, that's what I was.
Carte blanche, man.
That would be a lot of fun, man. That would be a lot of fun, man.
Hell yeah.
And I think people would really like that, man.
All
like
those,
the old
well,
Galaxy
these
bands.
3 of
and
those
stuff.
bands could get together and play. The Crank band doesn't. They're not together anymore.
Yeah,
And they got the coolest picture, man.
Yeah, they're
Kevin Mercer, baby.
Kevin's there.
Kevin Mercer.
Oh, it is.
That was him.
The Ozzy bands.
Kevin's on there.
Yeah,
Kevin Mercer, baby.
Dude, Kevin is great. We love Kevin, man. Kevin is a rock star. And it is literally the Land of Oz is now becoming. I think it's called the Kevin Mercer Oz Tribute Band, right? Or the Mercer Band, the Mercer Band, the Mercer Band on there. But dude, that is so cool. I gotta watch it now just to see Kevin, man.
Yeah.
Dressed like he's in Cinderella.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
Who's that?
We saw him as Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah,
Early days.
dude. This book is this book not cool?
Oh, this is awesome. I'm trying to find one person in here for you.
See this guy. What's amazing is this is what people are going to feel like on Christmas if they get this dang book, man. Because I'm telling you, dude,
man.
I've gone through this book like several times.
I
man.
did it.
Oh, he's talking about Uncle Robin there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. I saw that too.
I'm trying to find it.
Yep. So
George Lynch.
George is in it. George, he'll be back here in October.
One of our favorites, man.
You know what? This is a good idea. Maybe we get a signature on that.
Dude.
Or we
guys,
could keep filling this out.
Let me
here.
ask
It'll
you:
be them
Slowly
scratches.
fill it up.
Do you have these copies of these photos? Because
Oh, they're all on slides. Yeah, I mean,
if you could find that slide, we'll have a print made of that. And you know what? We'll get one signed for you and one for here for us.
I actually got a bunch of them signed last.
Did you really?
I was the only one. I think they got back there. Even like sick Mickey, it was so funny. The sick Mickey guys were saying they were trying to get back. I don't know. I just somehow worked my way back. And they were loading in. I was holding the door all night. Hey,
Oh shit!
and I knew the bass player from Heaven's Edge. So
Hell yeah.
Jared,
man. Jared's the
He
boy,
cracked my
man.
abs in the bass.
Yeah.
And I actually got the picture with George. I think it's the only one anybody got that.
Oh, that's
Picture of
awesome.
me and
Man.
George.
Hell yeah.
He was signing something. He just looked up. I was behind him. He didn't even know what I looked like.
Like a deer in headlights.
It was so funny.
When they come back, we got to get like our group
It
picture
was
we
the
usually get.
funniest
Oh yeah.
thing.
We have to do that. George, he was stupid. Let me tell you, what a nice guy.
It
What
was,
a
it
great
was a
guy.
great show. That was one of my best shows I've seen.
I'm telling you, man,
That was fantastic.
he destroyed it when they just started playing off the cuff and just
Oh,
jamming.
dude, what a show.
That was so good. And Jared, we love Jared. Like I said, I've known Jared for a very long
Jared's the
time,
man, dude.
and I'm so proud of him, man. Dude, he is a rock star. He's just a good person. He's got such a good heart, man.
I will say one thing about Jaron. I met Jaron when he was in
Isn't this
Mach
cool?
22. Mach 22 opened up for Tom Kiefer at some casino. I forget exactly where. But Mach 22 was what really got me into the music thing. As far as doing what I do now, man. I love
Really?
Jaron. Yeah,
Yeah,
me and
Jaron's
Jaron go
good
way
peeps, man.
back.
Jaren's good pizza. We worked on a movie together a long time ago. Look at that. I'm trying to put it up here. So there you go. It's right. Look, it's already under a tree.
Perfect.
Hell
It's
yeah.
somebody's trying to tell
Put
you
it
something,
under
people.
your tree.
Somebody's trying to tell you something, people. But honestly, Rich, I love this book, man. I really thought it was cool, man. And I probably looked at the pictures now again. You start looking and you're like, oh my God, wait, I didn't even see that one before, you know?
I even look at it a lot.
It
It's
is
crazy. I mean, it took me 10 years to make that.
really.
It was a long process.
This is before the iPhone, before all that
Oh, yeah.
garbage.
But
And
the guy
before,
helping
like,
me, everything kept getting better. So we would have a book ready, and he would say, "I could do this book better." He would say, "So we do the whole book."
perfectionist,
Yeah.
man.
And I say, "Go ahead," because I wanted it to be better. If he could make it better, and then
I like the
that
way it's
happened
laid
like
out.
4 times. He did the whole thing over again.
I'm a fan of books like this because
Yeah.
it's laid out in a way that even when you're just reading like a little bit,
Yeah.
there's always some photos, there's always something and that it's referring to or something you can kind of look at.
Now,
and it's
this
really
is-
cool.
This is what they used to call coffee table books. You can just
Yeah.
put it on your coffee table
Yep.
and pick it up, and regardless of where you
Yeah.
tune into, it's got something that'll speak. to you.
Madonna made one time. It was all tits and ass.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
the tits and
I
ass.
remember
cake
that.
table. It was like life size titties too. Like this big.
Wasn't it Truth or Dare? Wasn't it?
All I know is nothing but titties in that book.
Almost got me. But still, maybe.
You should
Still
do a book with
undefeated.
her. 'Cause you got a lot of titties.
man.
There are no titties in this book. I can
It's
say
in there.
that.
Madonna is in there. believe
Madonna's
it or
in
not.
Yeah, but she's got a shirt on,
Full
right?
face.
Yeah. See, she didn't take them out for your book. She's like, fuck Rich, man. I'm making my own book of titties.
That was before the titties came out.
But it's funny because you thought they were going to be long and pointy, and you realize they're not.
No,
Yeah.
no titties look like that.
But no, seriously, Rich, man. I and look, you know, we fuck around and say stupid shit here, but this is really a fun book. I love this book. I love that it's a hardcover book. It's like,
Yes,
I don't know, man. It's just cool, man. I love books.
it's almost like a yearbook. Like if you get into
It
the
does
scene,
kind of feel
like
like a yearbook.
if you get into the scene, especially South Jersey, Philadelphia area, there's still so many people that are in this book, like Rich said, that are still out there
around,
doing it. You could still get that signed and
I
be
did
out
that.
there. Like
I have
it's really
some
cool like
copies
that.
with about 40 or 50 autographs, different
Oh,
autographs.
that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
Like whenever I go see anybody who's in there,
Oh,
We'll,
Not
we'll
the-
sign this one for you.
not the big
Yeah.
guys, but I'm saying the local guys. Whenever I go see them,
Oh, that is
Oh,
they all
that's
sign
dude,
it.
like I said, I love it. And somewhere in here is Uncle Robert Hazard. Just shot of Robert
Just
Hazard.
one pictures. In
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well. That's Uncle Rob is my Uncle Rob, and
Is he really?
it's
Is he
like
really related to him?
to me it's
Oh, yeah.
to me it was really cool because when I was reading
That's
like
really Uncle Rob.
yeah, so I
That's
forget
awesome.
I forget what page it's on, but when you're reading this and I'm thinking about I'm like I remember like you know going to the shows with Robert Hazard and stuff and seeing seeing like the cameras like the only time I ever got a camera in is he actually opened up for Genesis.
Oh, wow.
At the JFK Stadium.
Okay.
That was, and it was like big big concert. I think it was like Deborah Harry was there. It was fucking
Yeah, I didn't go to
Eagles.
that one.
But it was actually his birthday, and I got the camera in because I was backstage. So I got some cool like Deborah Harry pictures and stuff like that.
Killer, man.
They're somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I got to sneak in the camera. Well, I didn't sneak it in because they didn't give a shit, But I thought the coolest thing, and that's what I remembered, bringing that camera in, and people going, well, "Who the hell are you with?" And we had this cool like
pass.
like the pass. It actually, what was cool about it is, and God damn it, I had it somewhere. Hurricane Sandy came through and it ruined like a lot of shit I had. But I had the patch for years, the backstage.
That's
patch,
awesome.
because it was Genesis Live and it said "Happy Birthday, Robert Hazard" on it. So it was so cool, And when I was in the military for a while, and Rob used to tell me like he was on Live Aid, like he was one of the bands that played at Live Aid in Philadelphia, and he sent me T-shirts and all kinds of shit. I think I was in Korea at the time, and he sent me some stuff over. So it was like it was really cool. But to see this, and I remember trying to sneak a camera in. And they're like, you don't need to sneak it in, just bring it in. You're with the band because of the stupid patch, right? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that stuff took skill because my mom just gave me pictures of like my senior trip in high school. And I got the pictures back and they were all garbage. Like you didn't know what the pictures looked like until you got them back. They weren't like you could take a picture on your iPhone and exactly right.
Yeah.
See now this is the other thing I wanted to ask you about. So you went to Lenape High School?
Well, senior year.
Okay, because my brother went to Lenape. I went to Rancook's Valley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So I was wondering if you knew. I don't know how old you are.
Year? That's 74.
Yeah, so you might have been with my brother Bob Brewer. Bob was in around that time, but I was looking at this because it's Rancook's Valley. It's a track thing.
Rancook's Valley against.
Yep. But this is the Minolta SRT 10. Or is that your first camera? He's got actually a picture of the camera that he used to sneak in, man. I thought that's what I'm saying. I was reading this. I'm like, dude, and there's a picture of the camera. This is so fucking cool, man.
The big lens was the hard part.
Oh man, that's
the body. It's like, it fits in a pocket.
Dude,
I put it right here, and I said, somebody touches it.
Yeah, you know what? You should have wore the Alex Cooper shit. Everybody was staying the fuck away.
Just happy to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, so what size lens did you use back then? Did you use like a
standard one was 50. That came with the camera.
Yep.
And then I had a I think 155. I think it was.
Was it a zoom like a 50 to 155?
It was about that big.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have a big, super giant one.
Well, that's what she said. And you would have never got that because they'd have been like, there ain't no fucking way. That was your day.
I got stuff in there that you wouldn't believe. In the summertime, we used to have the shorts back then were pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that. Yeah.
I got some stuff.
Ron Cherry getting in the
Nobody.
Dude, back in the we used to wear Ocean Pacific corduroy shorts, bro, in the summer. They were fucking corduroy shorts, man.
Corduroy shorts, man.
Dude, they were the shit. East Coast OP though.
See, I was a little bit behind that. I remember when Jams first came in.
Oh no,
that shit cargo shorts went out of style. They made this shit easy, man.
Fucking Jams, dude.
We grew up with Kangos and
Kangos. Hell yeah, dude.
we had
Cavaricci made a comeback. They're in Macy's right now.
No shit.
Yeah, is that all the folds and shit?
Yeah, that and what the hell was the other one? The jackets. Members only.
Members only.
Members only.
Yeah.
It was a great.
In the basement, I thrifted.
You do?
What movie was that? I bet you're the last member.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, the members only jacket. You looked at it, you're like, man, this is the greatest. Everybody was cool. They had the members only until it rained, and then that shit was stuck to you, and you're like, oh, great jacket. That's the worst jacket ever made. Oh, speaking of jackets, real quick, I hate to get off topic, but the upcoming Philadelphia Eagles at the what's the next game when they play the Dallas? When is that?
Sunday.
Dallas.
That's this Sunday, right?
The late game. I think it's 8 o'clock.
Yes, it's an 8 o'clock game. So what we're going to do, because 8 o'clock's hard to get people out for the game.
Right.
So we do have one of the nostalgic old school Kelly Green starter jackets.
No shit.
It's like a $300 jacket that was given to us by Jameson, which is also an Absolute person here. So Absolute Jameson are big here for us. And so they're giving. We're probably going to give that away during that game as well as a signed Darius Slay jersey that we have as well for that game. Try and get some people to come out and watch the game and see Dallas get their ass handed to them at home. I hope, unfortunately, not after this weekend again. No, I think we'll be all right. I think honestly,
that was their Super Bowl, man.
I think it's going to be a comeback. I think they're going to come back and they're going to be like, all right, no, that's not us. This is us right here. So I think it's going to be a good game. But if you do about the KC Rays on Sunday, the 8:00 game, we are giving away a $300 starter jacket, old school Kelly Green with the old school eagle on it and all that stuff, as well as a Darius Slay, a new school Darius Slay jersey.
Now what is the
autographed by
people?
Do they have to buy chances or how's that work?
No. If you come, I think what did we do last time? In case it was what do we call it? It's like the pool where you pick numbers.
Oh, okay.
And
So
each
it's like
quarter-
Table pool, like with the
A block pool.
Block pool.
block
yeah.
pool.
I
Okay,
couldn't tell you
cool.
call it. Yeah, so we do like a
I
block
gave you
pool,
guys a second.
and then you get first quarter something, second quarter, third quarter, and then fourth quarter. Whoever gets the wins, they get the jacket, baby. Oh, there it is.
Bitch, dude, I'm gonna have to come and
How cool is
not
that
be an employee
jacket?
that day.
Now are the points like first come first serve on what
Yes.
points they
Yeah.
reserve?
Yep. And I think you had to. Wasn't it for every drink you bought? You keep until the board was filled up. So if somebody bought a drink, you can't buy like 6 drinks and get 6 things. But for each time you got a drink, we were letting them. Look, you got another drink, you get another number real quick. And it was cool because people were winning. Like we also have Jameson T-shirts.
I made
with
a
the Eagles.
prize for like each
And
quarter,
people
and then the
stumbling
final
out.
is the jacket.
Yeah. So for
Prize
us,
each quarter.
we're gonna have for the quarters, we'll probably have some T-shirts, and then the half times so the end of the second quarter, we'll have the Darius Slay jersey. Then we'll have some T-shirts, and then the last quarter we're gonna have the starter jacket, which you just saw right there. Again, a $300 value. It's free in case.
And whether or not
I no longer work here. I resign. Sorry.
whether or not the Eagles win, you walk out feeling good, trying to
Yes.
be part.
Yeah, dude, and that's a starter jacket. That one won't stick to you like a members only jacket.
Oh yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
they're a big deal.
Again, Rich, I want to thank you again for coming in. By the way,
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Rich
me.
is rfrockshots.com. You can get this amazing book for Christmas.
Get it for
you can get
Christmas,
the
Hanukkah,
DVD.
man. even.
There is a deal for the bundle if you get the DVD and the. Oh, we're back on. Let me hold it up. If you get the two of them here, you know what I feel like. You remember that fucking what were those? What was that movie with the two dudes?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. I feel like we're in fucking Wayne's World here, man.
That's Ray's
Right?
office. But wait, that's not Ray's office.
You could get this. Wayne's World. But
No,
no,
it's
honestly, dude,
arcade.
it's a
You can tell
real.
it's going on too long.
This is a really kick-ass book. Again, it's a great Christmas gift. We're gonna have this up on our website. Casey put a link to it and everything. Again, we'll put a little something up in the lobby
Yeah,
so
thank you
people
very
know
much.
about it. And Rich, if you want to come back, let us know. And what we'll do is we'll let people know. Hey, by the way, at this week's show, when we're on here talking about, Rich be here selling his book for Christmas. Again, a great Christmas gift. Rich, thank you again, man,
Thank
for a
you.
wonderful book. Thank you for this
Oh, yeah,
free
thank you.
I
DVD.
appreciate it.
I did bring that.
No, you
I
did not.
I did.
I'll give you $10 for
No,
it, brother.
no,
I
you don't
can't
have
do
to
that.
give me it.
Dude, you're all right,
I
brother.
wrote
I
that for
appreciate
you.
it. I appreciate that. And again, any of these bands that used to play, any of you guys want to do a show? You want to come back and do a
People, the
reunion?
Galaxy
Yes.
people.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Let's
it's been
talk
out
about
there.
it, man.
Yeah.
It's been on the Rock and Roll Union page, and I've already gotten some hits for it. I think it's something. that's
Dude,
gonna
that'd be a
really
lot of
take
fun,
place.
man. And look, this is the place to do it, man, because this is like the
Oh, yeah.
next era in music venues, and we're trying to build it. So
Oh, yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
You guys
picture a
can
show
do
from
that.
there.
I'd like to get a little
Yeah.
bit involved with that if you do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, dude,
I
you're a
mean,
big
all
part
the
of it.
nuts. I think I could get
You're the inspiration.
You're
for
a
it.
big
Yeah.
part of it, brother.
figure out a way. I mean, I just hope I would sell books that night, which would
Oh,
be good.
hell
You
yeah.
would push it like you would.
Yeah, no, well, look, if you could sit down 2 blocks and sell all the books you want, I don't
Okay,
care.
yeah.
Yeah. No, of course you would. Look, we might even let you sponsor it, man. Your book
Dude,
sponsor.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Find some sort of way to tie it in. Yeah.
You paid for the sponsorship with this DVD.
There it is.
Yeah.
Look, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to the Absolute Vodka live at the Landis podcast. Real quick, if we can throw them back up this weekend on Friday, we have, well, that's Saturday. I will just go up. There's Friday. We have Octane when all is said and done. The
Almost
20th.
sold out, baby.
Almost sold out. About 50 tickets left. I think 60, she said. These are great seats. Do not miss out on this show. I'm telling you, man. It's 20th anniversary. This fucking band is great, man. Brian is amazing. Bob's amazing. I can't wait to meet the other guys. I heard the singer is just one of the best guys you could possibly meet. Like, just a down-to-earth, great human being. I can't wait to meet this guy. This album is great. Friday, December 8th, 8 p.m. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. It is going to be one heck of a show, man, and I can't wait for it. Saturday, again, this is, to me, this is basically, you know, an all-star band, man.
Yeah, man.
Some great band members, some great musicians that have played. Again, a guy who wrote a bunch of songs with Kiss. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is why we're here. It's the heart of the journey, the journey, heart and journey experience. They're doing some Christmas stuff. You can see Cian Coey right there with her little Christmas hat on.
Singer of Starship.
Yep. Yes, she is literally the touring singer for Starship right now.
Awesome.
She's amazing. Have you heard her sing?
I just saw something on the Starship.
Dude, she's so good, man.
I was watching one of them shows where they show you the old records. And
yeah.
Old bands. They showed her.
Hell yeah.
Starship,
Oh shit.
and a couple of the old
Starship
guys. But she was awesome. I'm like,
Starship is a band
I
where
got my son. I said, get in here and see. It's not very slick, but man, she said.
I think it was. I think it was Six Flags. I saw Starship at Six. I think it was Six Flags.
Yeah,
I think you got pictures of the old Six Flags.
Do you?
in here,
I
am
might.
right?
Oh, I got to look for that too. I got to look for that too. But I saw her at Six Flags. Well, not her, but I saw Starship at Six Flags, and it was one of those bands, man. You don't realize you know just about every single song they play.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that song, and I'm like, oh, we're going to see Starship, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know every one of these songs. It was a great show, man. So we're looking forward to that show again. That is this Saturday. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8 p.m. There's no opening acts for either of these bands, man. So you want to make sure you get here on time to see these bands. Heart of the Journey. It's also a Christmas. They're going to throw in some Christmas tunes. I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait for Octane, man. This is going to be a good weekend, man.
Hell yeah, man.
And remember, there's an after party. I don't know how they're inviting or ticketing, but there is an after party. So if a lot of the friends of these of Octane are coming out, and if you guys are up there, we'll see you at the after party as well. Again, thank you so much, Rich. Thank you for coming in. Again, thank you for this wonderful book and DVD.
Absolutely.
And thank you, everyone, for watching the Absolute Vodka Live at the Landis podcast. Casey is our producer. Thank you, Casey, Steven, and CT as always. You guys, have a great week, and we will talk to you next Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?